say Yeet Mike?
No, it says Yeti.
Oh, it's registering
Yeah, but
now.
it's registering off one of the webcams. Shit. Not good. How about now? Yay! Okay. I don't know what was up with that, but it's going now.
That's all when you're in.
Okay, that
Woot.
is good.
Hooray!
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Pep.
I don't know why something always changes every time, but here we are.
You get a free fate point, which is absolutely useless in this campaign, but you still get one. Redeemable for your local fate GM.
Yeah, I don't know that anyone else actually follows through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, on each of your character sheets, in between your hit points and your walking speed, there's a
points and walking speed.
wee box called Inspiration.
Okay, I see walking speed.
Where?
It's the second box beside proficiency.
Oh, yep. Walking speed, inspiration. Neat. Okay.
Where the hell are the hit points? In case you haven't guessed, we haven't actually.
Hit points are. Oh, yours looks a little bit different than mine.
What does mine look different?
I don't know.
So apparently we somehow have different characters.
Okay, so inspiration.
Oh, here we go. Oh god, where's walking speed? Okay, there's a walking speed. There's inspiration. Okay, apparently I have to use the character sheet in sideways format.
Okay, so click on Inspiration.
Okay. It gives me a little, like, sunrise.
Yep. Okay, so the inspiration, and the way the inspiration thing works is, it will give you advantage on a skill check, attack roll, or a saving throw. Effectively, you're drawing on whatever drives you to try and to really, really succeed in that one specific task.
Okay.
Inspiration, you only have one.
Is that one per game or one per session?
Normally it's one per session. I can, however, award them through good storytelling, good role playing, that sort of stuff. And what it will do is it allows you to roll with advantage. Rolling with advantage means you roll 2d20 and take the highest one.
All right.
And yes, even if you fail, the inspiration is lost.
I mean, yeah, that's normally how that works out.
Okay.
Unfortunate as it may be.
Okay.
Okay. So, I was writing something, so I will start the far end of the table with Vex.
All right.
Introduce yourself.
All right. I am playing Grimno Olkin. I am a Hildorf and retired member of the Dwarven military out in their region, the local garrison. He functioned basically as a scout. And happily married, one kid. He is a widower. His wife did pass away. And he was kind of mourning her death for a while. And his daughter, Sash, has been a member of a local group of adventurers, kind of wandering the countryside doing their thing. And, swings by and visits every once in a blue moon. and just kind of, was really worried about him getting stuck at home doing much of nothing, and encouraged him to kind of go on and try his hand at bounty hunting, because it's like, Dad, like, Mom saw you like this. This is not okay. Is this what she would want? So he gave his hand at bounty hunting, and actually, surprisingly, had a natural flair with it, because a lot of the scouting skills in the military and hunting people down, funny enough, there's only a few degrees of separation, and shortly started making a name for himself. So he got a reputation in his town and community in a couple of local cities as actually being pretty proficient, and he had one particular mission early on in his career, which just kind of rumors, myth, and bards kind of maybe elaborated on and blew it out of proportion, but his reputation in certain circles kind of precedes him, and he's kind of learning what it's like to be a BD class celebrity. Yeah.
BD?
Well, as opposed to his A class celebrity, C class celebrity, he's kind of in that middle.
It depends on where you go.
Yeah.
You're not C, but you're both B and D.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get people drunk enough they remember.
Yeah,
which is weird.
I mean, there's Sterling, Ontario, there's Napanee, but somehow we skipped over Belleville. It happens. And if you're from Eastern Ontario, you know what I'm talking about. So that's basically where he's been at, and I won't give away too much, but he's friends with the local ward chief, and pretty much just keeps to himself. Hunts people during the day, goes to the pub at night, and occasionally will, have a bite to eat when his daughter passes through town. He's worked with other people before, and his bounties range from finding kids who have run away, to rogues who have stolen things they shouldn't have, to the odd bounty where it's actually dangerous, and he's hired one or two crews, taking a lot of tips and hints and points from his daughter on that. That's basically it.
Okay. Right.
Okay. So I am playing a Ghost Fights halfling ranger named Birch. We kind of looped into the similar backgrounds in terms of both had some military training, although mine pretty quickly after scouting decided they liked the outside a lot more than hanging around and being insular, so fucked off pretty quick. And I'm not so great at coming up with deep backstories, so that's pretty much as far as I've gotten.
Okay. So, this takes place in a little homebrew setting that I call Mitria, and you're in the northern continent, and currently residing in the city of Vrana. Vrana is a fairly large, and it's a fairly large city. It's doing really well. It has its nobility. It is ruled by a king. It is the biggest, air quotes.
Okay.
It is the biggest noble. Very recently, there was a little bit of a kick up where the king and queen were assassinated, and their eldest son Demetrius took the throne. Now, he has been very, very instrumental in strengthening the infrastructure, getting the economy going for rich people.
Oh.
Hello. So there are two types of people in Vrana. There's the nobles and the rest. And amongst the rest, there are the favored and the unknown. If you are not favored, there is a good to fair chance there are people that do not know you exist.
Yeah.
Nor do they care. Anyway, I know we played this to get away from reality.
Yeah, it's just
So, eventually, things have been getting a little bit back to normal. The architecture for Vrana is very kind of Romanian Gothic.
Okay.
Like Bucharest, that sort of stuff. It's high stone walls, statues, gargoyles, that sort of thing. The people are fairly sturdy. They're strong-willed. They're stubborn, but very downtrodden right now, and they're going through a lot of crap. which is kind of funny. But given 30 years ago, at one point, it's well known. There was a noble family that was ruling the place, and they didn't do enough. So the people reminded them that they have a responsibility. When I say reminded them, I mean they reminded them in much the same way that the Russian people reminded the Romanov family that they have responsibilities.
Yeah.
So they're gone now. And when the authorities arrived, they looked at the peasantry and it was like, hey, what happened? And they said, there was a fire. And then that was it. That was the only explanation that was given.
The fire. No, the blood has everything to do with the fire, obviously.
Yeah, noble blood is incendiary. You didn't know that? But anyway, so there's a lot of people that are not edging toward that again, starting to talk about it.
Question is it a fairly cosmopolitan type city? Like, are we seeing a lot of different species, or is it mainly humans, humanoids?
I would say mostly humans and mostly like humans and half elves, and like a couple of like different half species. The other races do still like flit in and out, but not a lot of them stay.
Nice place to visit. Wouldn't want to live there, kind of
Pretty
thing.
much.
Yeah, all right.
It's especially if you're one of the if you're not human, it is a nice city to visit for like a week. And if you do want to set up shop there, live outside.
And where do you visit? You visit the tourist district, and when you're done with the tourist district, you leave the tourist district.
Yes, exactly. So,
shades of being overseas.
we will start somewhere in. We will affectionately refer to them as the middle slums.
Okay.
Middle.
Yes.
Are we going vertically or horizontally?
Actually, good question.
That is very true. Think like a smaller townhouse.
Okay.
Thing.
Got it.
Your house has been there for a little while now.
Mm-hmm.
It was the one thing that you and your wife actually bonded over, because you know metalwork.
Mm-hmm.
Stone is where metal lives, and that is about as far as you go. As far as the masonry aspect, your wife would be like, "What type of stone is this?" And you're like, "The one where the iron's in," because you can tell. Like, that's not what I. So, between the two of you, you fix this place up good. Like an earthquake is going to go through the entire block is probably going to be ground down, except for this tiny little half of the townhouse. It's just going to be sturdy as shit. So you've got good like stone walls, stone ceiling. You got like a good root cellar going.
Oh, nice.
That's
actually a root cellar. Tell me more.
New homeowners.
God.
New homeowners with a really shitty basement.
Yeah.
Root cellar. Yeah.
Hey, I have one of those in our yard.
Continue, please.
But yeah, it's fairly. It's a home now.
Yeah.
Like before, it was a house.
Yeah.
And because it's kind of sort of the slums, there are people that live in the upper two floors.
Okay.
But they have a separate entrance.
Got it.
You don't bother them. They don't bother you. They're nice people ish.
So are you their landlord, or are you all renting?
What did you choose for your lifestyle when you were doing your backgrounds? And should have said something like modest, squalor, comfortable.
Where would I find that on the sheet?
I mean, it was literally just a pick, right? Like there was
no. Because I don't remember that.
Okay, well then pick one now.
It was modest. What was it?
How well off do you want to be? Do you want to be just scraping pennies to eat?
No.
Do you want to be?
Sorry. When I.
Okay, so under character details, and you didn't even choose your alignment. Jesus Christ, dude. Okay. So the alignment, and then aristocratic.
Yeah.
Is like 10 gold piece minimum.
Yeah.
Obviously, you wouldn't be that. Like a wealthy person would have like 4 gold pieces, kind of like a month just from random crap. Comfortable is 2 gold pieces. Modest is 1. Poor is 2 silver pieces.
I'd say comfortable.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfortable lifestyle means you can afford nicer clothing, can easily maintain your equipment, live in a small cottage or middle class neighborhood with a private room. Actually, that probably. Lifestyle keeps you out of the slums and ensures that you maintain your equipment. You live in an older part of town, renting a room or a boarding house. That makes more sense.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, modest.
You're modest?
Also, choose your alignment. You're gonna need that.
Okay.
And if you honestly, if you click on them, it'll give you a description.
Okay, I'm actually looking for the part where it says character details, actions, inventory. I am so sorry about this. I thought I
D&D Beyond. So, if you go to when you're in your character builder under step 4 for description, underneath your background, it'll say character details.
Okay, modest is renting a room. Not renting out. It's more like you're renting it from someone. It sounds like.
Okay, I'm actually
Comfortable is probably more have a house and be rented.
character builder.
It's under description.
Okay. Description. Oh right. Choose.
Thank you for your patience.
Thank you for your
This
patience.
is kind of the first game / character creation.
Yeah. So I'm under description. I see background. Look for something in the list below.
Yeah.
You're under
underneath background. Just
Keep going down.
Okay. Character details, alignment, lifestyle. There we go. Alignment. Going to neutral, good.
Cool.
And lifestyle, we said modest.
Mhm.
All right.
Which is fine. Okay. So you are downstairs in your kitchen, just kind of making yourself some bacon,
Okay.
eggs, that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And you hear what appears to be some sort of. It's a weird type of knocking because it sounds like someone's knocking on your door, but it doesn't sound like someone's knocking on your door.
Yeah.
Just something kind of collides with your door a couple times, and that's it.
All right. So just making some breakfast, moving the pan, taking the pan off the fire, kind of thing.
Mhm.
I was gonna say off the stove, but I'm probably not a thing there. Kind of take a look around, grab the battle axe by the door or whatever weapon will be there, just to be safety, and just you know open the door a bit, give it a little What do you want?
There's no one there.
Open it up.
There is.
Poke my head out.
There is a piece of parchment that has been nailed to your door.
Oh god, not bill collectors again. Try pulling it off.
Okay.
And taking a look at the nail. I'll save this for later.
Nice man.
Nails are cheap.
3 nails and 3 nails. Okay, what have we got? Dear occupant.
So it is what appears to be a royal proclamation.
Mm-hmm.
In the name of His Majesty King Demetrius II.
Just going through this.
See it.
As I'm reading it, you actually hear Charlie's voice reading.
King Dipwad II.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It says like in the royal name of His Majesty King Demetrius II, all peasantry have been required to increase their tax holdings by an additional 2% to pay for an upcoming war with neighboring tribes.
It's just like
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Really? I haven't even had breakfast yet. You know what? I'm gonna take this. Free toilet paper is free toilet paper. 2%. Who does he think he's 2%? 2%. Do I look like a prince? King Demetrius says, how is he the third when he's the first? damn it.
I thought it was a
Second. My eggs. My eggs are gonna be cold now. Sitting down, putting the paper down, just about pouring a mug of ale, just about to sit down, just like 2%. War. War with who? What tribes? We're at peace with all the tribes.
Which brings us to Mariah. Mariah, where are you currently? Are you in town? Are you out of town, just kind of lounging in a tree? What are you doing?
You know what? I'm probably a fairly curious character. I've probably puttered into the town, got myself a room at an inn or something.
Okay.
I mean, not an expensive room,
No bad.
but an
Yeah.
existing one.
Yeah, you found a room where nothing was crawling in it, so like yay.
That's a bonus for slums.
Bonus for Toronto.
Well, that see
See, well, statement about slums.
the funny and the cool thing about the people of Ghana is that the people themselves are not terribly judgmental or prejudicial towards people because they don't really care as long as you can pay.
Yeah.
In which case,
You get money.
Also, they need to keep things clean in order to keep people coming back. So, like, even the slums, these are nice buildings.
Mm-hmm.
They're just people can't afford the upkeep.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the money to put toward it. So, like, being in the room, just kind of like laying in the bed and kind of looking up, you can actually see where you kind of like picture it in your mind's eye because there's a couple of rings just hanging from the ceiling, and you can practically see where like the silken shawls would be going from one ring to the other in order just to decorate the upper walls and that sort of stuff. But this was a nice building. It just
That wasn't my best operation. That's for keeping food away from mice.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's the game.
Not food up from on the rings because you steal bears.
All right. Hey,
I assume mice can't climb that well.
Oh, nice with the grappling hook. Anyway, so yeah, you kind of secure your what little food that you have, and
Steps. I assume I'm like half the height of everyone else.
yeah, halflings normally cap out at about 3 feet.
So steps. I'm gonna stand on the step stool and see if there's anything I'm missing about the room that is meant to be visible from a human point of view.
Well, there's the one step stool that you use to get onto the bed.
Stand
'Cause,
up.
again, bed. Like, it's a nice bed.
Okay. So I'm just kind of right now just looking around, poking around, making sure there's nothing weird, no mystery trapdoors, no one's gonna spring out in the middle of the night.
No.
Safety check. Okay, and then after that, downstairs.
Okay.
May as well get someone else to make food for me for once.
Alright. So you get downstairs. See the old woman that checked you in is there. Looks like she's doing dishes.
Hey, yeah, what time do you serve lunch?
Oh, well, lunch will be served in approximately. Well, what you want?
I don't know what you gonna make it.
Well, we've got eggs, we've got bacon. We also have some chicken, and some turkey. But that was going to save that for soup. Also have some bread.
Well, you know what? Why don't we bacon, some bread. I haven't had smoked meat in a while.
All right then. Give us a few.
Thank you very much.
About 10 minutes later, she comes in. She comes over with a mug of ale and a tray of food. There you go.
How much are you?
It's all part of the room.
Oh, perfect. Traveling down, packing some of the bacon away.
We've one halfling eating montage later.
I'm kind of thinking of like Rocket Robin Hood in the Friar Tuck montage. Takes a bite out of a chicken leg, grabs another chicken leg.
Well, actually, I was thinking maybe eat half of it, put half of it in the bag to snack on while I'm wandering.
Yep.
And then go poking around, see if there's actually before I go, anything interesting hereabouts.
Oh, interesting like what?
Interesting? And anything you'd recommend visitors check out?
Oh, well, there was I would normally say Brana Manor, but that burnt down.
That would make it difficult to
You
visit.
you could go and see the royal palace, but it's pretty heavily guarded. You wouldn't see much. The marketplace is pretty good. Just keep your eye on your gold and keep your eyes out for swindlers
Usual.
like Michael.
Okay, noting Michael is a swindler. What did he do?
Sold me this. Brings up this like actual fairly nice looking stool. Sold me this stool. Hard oaken stool, he says.
It looks good.
Oh, aye, yeah, it does. It does look good. Fucking maple! It's not oak at all! Oh, but it's still a nice wood. Is this not what I fucking paid for, is it?
Got carvings on it though.
Maybe, yeah. Fucker.
Maybe he's just stupid.
Yeah. Maybe. Alright then.
Alright, well, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to head off and completely ignore her advice.
Okay.
And poke around the slums.
Okay then. So. You realize that you're gonna need to make more money.
Yeah.
So in the marketplace there is a notice board.
Yeah, definitely. Finishing up my breakfast, stepping out the door, quadruple checking the locks in the front of the door. Headed out to the notice board.
Okay.
Walking through the slums, seeing if there's anybody I recognize.
Yeah.
Just pushing my way past everything and pushing my way to the front of the notice board. Anybody else looking at the notice board? It's just me.
No.
Okay. No competition. It's still on the mark, right? All right. 2%, 2%, 2% of my breakfast. That's what it is.
Make an investigation.
Okay. What am I rolling? D20?
Anytime I ask you to make a check or a roll, it is always going to be with a D20.
D20 and investigation.
If you wanted to use the app, you can just click on the.
I've got dice here.
Okay.
I really want to use the app. I got it too.
Okay, so 8 in total.
Yeah.
Alright, future reference, if you just click on the +6, like literally tap it.
Oh, okay. Like
So-
right under the skills?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Neat. Okay.
So yeah. You kind of looking at you're looking through and missing dog.
Missing dog. Another cheating husband. A lot of those. It's gonna be, there's a couple buried back here. No one's touched these ones. Okay, pulling them out. What am I looking at?
You literally just pulling all of them off of the board.
No, I'm kind of like.
You're short.
I'm kind of looking for the ones that got buried on behind. Like everyone's really, because chances are they haven't been picked up yet.
Mhm.
It's sort of like being at the comic shop. You're going to the
Uh,
back issues.
Both of you can make perception rolls because you are coming into the
Sure.
marketplace.
18.
All right.
Perception. I rolled 11.
Evil necromancer. Evil necromancer. Suspected of being an evil. A lot of necromancer. Why never made a good necromancer? And why is it they're always evil? Is that just?
So, as you're kind of going through, you're kind of looking through. A lot of them are like weather worn, so a lot of the ink is kind of faded, and you hear someone kind of not really sobbing, but I hear someone saying, "If you see something, please let me know. If you see something, please let me know." And you just kind of look over, and there's this woman, looks to be about half up.
Yeah.
And black hair and slightly pointed ears. It looks like she's wearing an apron
Yeah.
and a dress, and she's handing out bits of parchment
Yeah.
to people. And they're doing the people thing where they kind of grab it and they walk with it for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then they toss it.
No, so I stoop down. I pick it up. I'll smear the mud off of it as much as I can.
I see someone handing out. I'm going straight up to her. What's going on? What's happening?
I'm reading the parchment. Let's see what's got here.
She kind of looks. And she hands you a piece of parchment. My Sarah. She's been missing for the better. She went out to play, which she normally does, and she never came back.
Sarah, is this your child?
Mm-hmm. She's only 10.
Oh dear.
Okay, hearing that, I'm kind of taking much more of a
As
keen
you're reading it, it's the same information. Like
Yeah.
like 3 days ago, she went to play,
Mm.
and she actually has like a small, kind of like hand drawn map of where she was playing.
Okay.
Which is like there's a little park just outside of the city, and by park I mean ruins.
Outside the city.
One's safer than inside the city.
Excuse me, miss. Are you the mother?
Yes. I'm sorry. I don't have a lot. I can only offer. I think I've saved up 20 gold.
20 gold?
But she's been missing for 3 days.
3 days, you say?
That's a long time for a kid to be missing.
Any? Just kind of looking at 3 days, you say, and kind of looks at you and kind of gives you a very polite nod. Yeah, that's a fair chunk of time for a little one to go out running around. Any ex-husband or boyfriend, anything like that? I'll tell you what. For 20 gold's a fair chunk of change. Why don't I go out and take a look, and if I find her, you just pay me what it's worth.
If you could find anything, I would be great. The city guard haven't been really that helpful.
Well, no, they wouldn't be. I mean, they're there to do two things: be city and be guard, and they're not very good at either one of them. But little ones have a tendency of getting in all sorts of mischief. I'll go take a look. I mean,
thank you so much.
No
Thank you.
worries. Kind of gives a nod.
Think you might need a hand?
I could always use an extra one. I mean,
Thank you both so much. Oh, my Doria. I work in the smithy. It's
I know.
just down there.
I know. You've got a good reputation.
If you need anything, please just let me
My eyes open wide like it's Christmas. Somebody who says you need anything from a smithy. That's like saying to a 6-year-old, here's a credit card. There's the candy store. It's
Careful promising anything to a dwarf when it comes to metalwork.
good metal work. And he kind of looks at you. Yeah, fair cop. I like you. All right, I'm Gribnal, and this is... Who are you?
Birch.
Birch. Like the tree birch?
Yes.
Birch. All right, we'll go take a look.
Thank you.
And if we bring the little tyke along, we'll negotiate price after it's done.
Thank you.
Come along, Birch. It's a fair hike to this. Doria, we'll see you soon. Oh, Smithy. Huh? Must be my lucky day.
I assume there's a description of the child on there? Yeah.
There's actually even like a pretty good drawing.
Some good likeness. What do you think, Birch? I mean, you're child size. This should be pretty easy to hunt down.
And we start the game with some racism.
And I bonk you over the head.
I blocked the quarterstaff. Soldier's reflexes.
So,
You got a nice swing, kid. Got a nice swing. Yeah. So you've been in the city long?
No, I just came in.
So what's your take? You doing it for the money or the pull on the heartstrings?
Much. Well, I am running low on change, so if I want to stay in a city, I need a little bit more.
Oh yeah, did you get that notice this morning from King Edward himself? 2% tax increase. What is 2% from people who make nothing? That's more nothing. You can't have more nothing. You can only have less nothing, and that would require him to give us something. Idiot.
I mean, I think the inn got one.
Oh, the inn got one. I'm sure every brothel got one. I bet the guy who runs the herbal tea stand got one. 2% of an herbal tea. Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, we got a little girl out there.
Tea stand?
Yeah, down at the end of the slums. No. I'm not telling you where it is entirely. You get back here. We got work to do. Bacon ain't gonna buy itself. Okay. Asked all the right questions. Check. Got a partner to help me out. Check. Got the information. Check. Okay. No, it's going by the book.
okay.
This book.
It's a metaphorical.
It does not take you long to get outside of Rana. You know the city pretty well.
Yeah.
And for the most part, as you as the nobles like to chuckle about, as you get further out of the city, you go downhill.
Okay. As I'm walking with Birch, I'm just kind of giving her the insider's tour of the city as we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, Market Square. Avoid Michael. He's he's a charlatan if I've ever seen one. That's a good place to eat. Dragon's Inn. That's a terrible place to eat, but the liquor is good. That's a house. That's a house of ill reputation, of good reputation, but ill repute. Thursdays are your best nights to go. You know, just kind of doing the, no, I live here. This is my town kind of thing.
Mm.
So you're from here then?
Yeah. God, quite some time now. How about yourself? I'm guessing you're just passing through, visiting?
For the most part, haven't. No real destination, just poking about.
Are you one of those people? The bards?
I've tried singing. Not a good idea.
I can respect that. Knowing your boundaries is good. It helps you make better decisions.
Brief memory flashback of Birch just standing on a rock singing in very much the absolute opposite of every Disney princess. The animals bleed.
I'm having a flashback of the coffee shop, or the ale shop, the one time that my daughter took me to, like, open mic night for the bards. Just wanting to drive an X through my own skull.
Yeah, I can demonstrate if you really.
No need.
So what is it you do, anyways?
I used to be a scout in the army. Did that for a long while. Got married, settled down, and no wars, no need for scouts, and just doing hunting on a regular basis. Bounties, not animals. Just something to pass the time, make some extra coin, help out a few people when they need it, get rid of some bad people when they need it. Nothing too fancy. How about yourself? You said you're passing through. Where from?
Well, you wouldn't know. It's basically nowhere.
Say no more. Nowhere. I've already forgotten we've met. Don't worry. If anyone comes asking for you, you're a halfling named Larry, and I never laid eyes on you. I gotcha. Your secret's safe with me. Yeah.
Not running from.
No, that's the spirit. He's kind of walking out. Don't ask, don't tell. That's my motto.
So, as you leave the as you leave the city, it's as you leave the city, the sun is probably about 11 o'clock in the morning. The sun is out shining. It's doing the sky balls doing shine thing. And
Yeah.
birds are full flight. It's closing in on fall, so it's warm, but it is not sweltering.
Got it.
There's a nice breeze going on coming across the hills, and you actually see and can hear children laughing and playing, and kind of look over, and sure enough, there are old remnants of buildings, ruins that just like when the walls got erected, there were certain buildings that were beyond it that just kind of got torn down, but not completely. So there are fractions of walls, some staircases that lead nowhere that kids have like taken like planks of wood and made like little makeshift slides and other stuff like kids.
Yeah. Well,
I see some of them with like little hats.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're playing some pirate game. You know.
Yeah.
Should have stashed candy.
Yeah. Well, honestly, looks like the right spot. Little monsters having fun.
I'm gonna see if any of them are kind of not currently engaged in playing, kind of sitting out for whatever reason.
Give me a perception roll.
Perception.
I'm looking for adults. Or is this just completely kids? There's no one there. Yeah, there's no.
You do see a human.
12.
15, maybe.
Closest thing to adult there is.
Pretty much. And they're kind of off on the far end.
Mm-hmm.
Because you hear the telltale sound of metal hitting stone.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say a voice cracking.
Yeah.
That's what sounded puberty.
All right. So
now you see the one person with like the tri-cornered hat, and they have this. It looks like they've taken tree bark and just kind of like taken it meticulously off of the wood, and then kind of rolled it, and then lashed it. And you see this person holding it out like this, and then they look, and they see landlubbers ahoy! Like that, and a lot of them just kind of like take wooden swords and be like, ha! What? What do you mean now what?
I assume they're pointing the wooden swords at me.
And both of you, yeah. Like,
I'm just gonna do this.
what do you mean now what?
I give up.
Yeah, that's right. Beware the dread pirate, and she just trips. Black hat.
Well, Black Hat, that is a mighty fine telescope you've got.
That is how I see my enemies.
Your enemies?
Enemies. I have no problem with the women, folks. Just the men's.
Well,
Shut up, Jill. You shut up. You can't talk. You're in the brig. I can still talk. Not if I have him. Gag. Put a gag in his mouth. You now have a gag in your mouth, Patrick. Stupid Patrick.
well, maybe you've seen someone with that telescope that I'm looking for.
It is a pretty good telescope.
It is. I'm looking for a little girl. She's about 10. Her name's Sarah.
So make a persuasion, please.
All right.
I'm gonna be shit.
I'm making a direct line towards the teenager.
Okay.
Holy crap! I rolled a whole 7.
What's the worst here? Pirates don't do anything for free, you know.
Well, I got bacon.
What can you say? To my quarters, where we discuss business. Because she just walks up the stairs that lead nowhere, and there's like a little table with a bit of parchment that is actually the royal proclamation that has a map drawn on it with a red X on the back of it, and it's nailed with. As you're walking past, you kind of look over, and yeah, the nails that they use to hammer them into doors, and she's kind of nailed to a piece of wood. And she just kind of looks at you and takes her head up.
No, you're right. I shouldn't see your treasure map.
Right. So about this bacon.
It was a simpler time.
I need something. I have bacon. Go on.
Well, I have. Have what? 10 pieces left?
Hmm.
Let's see.
So make another persuasion roll, this time with advantage. So, if you have that. So hold down, and it should hold down on the persuasion thing, and it should bring up the thing. If not, then just roll twice. Oh, there it is. Advantage, and then roll, and then take a heist.
Well, how do I reroll that one?
Just roll another.
Okay, so I got an 11.
Okay. Why don't you sit here? That would be crew. Patrick has been extra grumbly today.
It's so bad he's in the brig even.
Yeah. He tried to take over. Mutinies cannot be tolerated.
No.
He shall walk the planet unless I give him bacon. Patrick! If I give you bacon, will you rejoin the crew and stop with your belly aching all the time? Speak, Daniel! Oh yeah. I have ungagged you, Patrick. You may speak now. Thank you, Captain. For bacon? Yes. Very well. Bacon for all! Like, a bunch of these kids. Hey!
Why would you not cheer?
You get swarmed by a bunch of kids. You're just like, all right, bacon, bacon, bacon.
I'm ripping it in half because apparently there's tons of them. So, does anyone know where Sarah's gone? Or anyone have any idea?
She see the and Jill just kind of, she was my first mate.
Oh no. What happened? Do you know?
I don't know. She we normally meet here around closing in just after breakfast. She's like closing in on midday, and I think because I stopped by the smithy to pick her up, but she said
Street value, Montreal double smoke. Oh man, I may actually top a car for that.
flip that car, you can get some bacon. Pony up. Here's the whole bacon. But she normally she stays by the smithy, and I pick her up, and then we all go as a big crew. But she wanted to give me something.
So she came early?
She came when we went to pick her up. She said that her mom said that she had come here early, and when we got here, she wasn't here.
Was anyone here then?
No, but she left me my hat.
She left her hat. So she left the hat here.
That was So she was here. She just didn't stay because she said she wanted to give me a present, and the hat was here
Where did you find the hat?
over there.
Can you take me there?
So I'll leave you there.
A perking teenager, just coming up to them. It's like,
Kind of walk around, and it looks like he's been slowly excavating the foundation.
okay.
Because it looks like he's in like another building, but it looks like he's kind of got the floor
Yeah.
swept off, but there's a section that's just solid packed dirt, which he's slowly digging into, and it looks like this was like the path to the basement, and just digging away.
Ahoy there! I hear this is a dangerous area. Pirates are about.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah. It's a nice little bit of excavation you got going on.
Yeah, thanks. There's a. I don't think I got much more to go because they didn't spend a lot of time.
Okay.
So the stuff that I'm dealing with is just a runoff. So I really doubt that they walked spent the time to walk down the basement to deliver soil just to fully bury it, so I shouldn't be digging for too long.
Kind of give him a nod, look over, and he's like, "Well, it's obvious that they didn't bury any treasure down there. Mind if I come take a look?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like you've been at this for a while.
A little bit, yeah.
You know?
I come here every day. It's better than what's going on in the city.
Yeah. No. Have you any? Yeah. Apparently, the his Lord Almighty wants a 2% tax increase. Can you believe this? Yeah. So when you say who and they, who and they are we talking about? Just color me ignorant here. I just kind of walked in the middle of this.
Oh, when the uprising happened about 30 years ago or so.
35.
Yeah, 35 years ago, I guess. They pulled in the walls, and
Yeah.
a bunch of buildings were left. And in order to build the walls, you need material.
Yeah. They
You just
devoured.
gestures to the broken walls, that sort of crap. Yeah. And after that, they just left this stuff here. Unfortunately, they started noticing that empty buildings attract things that need shelter during a storm, that sort of thing. So they just kind of packed everything down. I think the royal family like hired a druid to have some overgrowth
Yeah,
happen. Or
that
whatever.
sounds about right. Speaking of things going missing, I'm looking for this young girl here. Sarah. Oh, you know her.
One of her and her friends are always here.
Yeah. You seen her the last couple days? No.
I didn't honestly. It sounds horrible when you see one kid, you've seen them all because they all
No, I get it.
look alike. But I started noticing that Jill's demeanor has dropped ever since Sarah's went missing. But no one's doing anything about it. No one's doing anything but this kid's going missing. So like,
Well, that's kind of why I'm here. Me and my friend.
Yeah.
Just taking a look around.
Sorry,
Make
did you say
a-
this kid's going missing, or did you imply more than one kid?
you're not there. You're talking to Sarah.
I know.
You're
I'm trying to get a drill.
Yep.
He's like, so.
Make an insight check.
Oh wait, I don't have to roll the dice. I can just put it inside. Again with the twos.
They just wanted to keep you humble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you
Eight.
declare an advantage after the first
8.
roll?
I've got it.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, so if you
It
really
it just means you roll again if
Okay.
you want to use your inspiration.
No, I'm fine for this.
Okay.
8 is respectable. I think 8 is respectable.
I mean, your average DC of like opening a closed door or something like that is 5.
Yeah.
Like the way the bonded accuracy system that they use for the DC system works. The highest difficulty I have seen was Tiamat's fear effect. She is a goddess, and it was 26.
Yeah. Okay.
So like it's possible, but for lower levels, you're gonna need to crit that saving throw.
All right. So all right. Got 8 on the check.
Okay. Yeah, you've been doing this long enough, and he's not like talking under his breath. You caught the plural.
Yeah. I'm like, so more than one kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like 6 months.
Really? How frequently is this happening?
It's honestly, I don't know. Like my cousin went missing 6 months ago, I think, and we looked into it, and he's just gone.
Your cousin is a member of the pirate crew?
No, my cousin was this used to be my family's house.
Right.
And then we're not nobles, but we got enough squirreled away that we kind of live in the middle-ish.
Yeah.
Like that. But like we're not important enough that people would notice. You know?
I know.
And when we started asking around after the first few days, nothing. after the first month, when we started asking around, two other kids, they'd also done this.
With kids, tell me more about the kids and just kind of.
From what he knows, not a whole lot. It's just like there's a bunch of kids, but they're not. None of them are from noble families, so.
Then so nobody cares. Okay, so no one's from noble family. They're all missing from outside of the city.
Yeah, I think the only one that was doing anything about it was what was his name? It was Heinrich. Yeah, Doria's husband. He's a city guard.
Right.
He was the only one looking into it.
Right. I'll have to have a word with him. I know a couple people on the guard. How many of these spots are out here? The buildings that got
these ones, they're scattered around.
Yeah. I'm just thinking it might be a nice place for kids to go hang out, play if something should go awry.
Yeah.
You're saying if things are taking shelter in the middle of the night.
Well, they were, but like this one was pretty open, and they covered the basement part. So. Yeah,
but even druids miss things from time to time.
Yeah.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, and all right. If you hear anything now, my name's Grimnell. It kind of goes, yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, it is.
With the hammer?
Yeah.
That was you?
Yeah, that was me. That was me the first time.
Really?
Yeah. Funny story. I'll tell you about it sometime. I'm in the mid slums, but you can find me at the Lusty Boar. Just ask the bartender. That's usually where I am in the evenings if anything crosses your path.
Hey.
And just kind of give them a clap on the back. Hope you find what you're looking for. Give a quick scan to see if there's anything there that's saying that no, there's something that doing the Columbo. Do I see any cultic runes? Do I see any blood coming out of the walls? Is there a pile of bones?
Make an investigation.
Is the steamer trunk smiling at me as I walk by?
It's clearly a mimic.
Yeah. Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
Again, like, it tracks that this building was probably in his family, given the level of care.
Yeah.
That he's putting it, because he's not only like clearing away the sod and the vines and stuff like that, but he's not chopping it away because it would damage the stone. And like he is. It does, however, look like he is looking for something. Like this is not just I'm going to clear it off and rebuild. No, he was looking for the basement.
Yeah. So I'm definitely picking up that he's looking.
Oh yeah, like he thinks that there is something here, but what that could
so
be.
Just as I'm on my way back, I just kind of turn back. Didn't quite catch your name again.
Huh?
Your name?
Oh. Engel.
Nice to meet you, Engel. Just out of curiosity, what are you hoping to find in that basement? It's a lot of work.
Family stuff?
Knowing where you come from, family heirlooms, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, good luck to you, sir.
Yep. So.
Kind of marching, you see me, I'm headed over to you.
So, Jill leads you over to another section of building. This one is a little bit more kind of intact. There's a little bit of a staircase that's built into the side of a wall that no one should be climbing on, but
they
kids.
probably all
You do note that Jill is smart enough to be climbing on the parts of on the stairs closer to the wall, so she's not like hanging out in the other unsupported areas of the structure. But you do know that they've made like a makeshift crow's nest on the top of it. Little flag.
that seems safe.
Oh yeah, like it's nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, you sit very close to the wall as I follow.
Yeah, you climb up. You get to the crow's nest. She helps you in. From there, you can actually see over the wall. Not like you're not like towering over it, but you can see pretty much on level.
Nope. Find stuff built for children or like
I like it. That's my house.
that's your house.
Well, she points to the city, but like
All of it.
well, not all. Just that one with the red part.
The red part? What color's the roof?
Red.
I don't even know what that goes.
Oh, just the one.
Oh,
You
okay.
actually, it's very small, but you see it because it's.
Okay.
in there.
Nice.
Ahoy, Captain! Permission to come aboard!
Ahoy, landlubber. See with you.
Yes.
You may.
Stick close to the wall.
You're looking at it. Every memory of your wife is going, nope, not safe. Don't do it. That will fall at any moment. Why?
Proceeding very cautiously.
All right. So just take a step. You hear the stone creak. Just
Swig.
So where did you find the hat?
here.
Here. Where exactly?
Just-
On the floor?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna start checking out the floor. I'm gonna be looking for any signs of a struggle,
In-
any clues in what shape or form.
Investigation, please. Nice.
God damn you for putting in a D&D CSI.
Y'all are the ones that came up with fucking urban bounty hunters and shit. So that's on you. You do find a. It's kind of dangling off of. You're kind of looking around, and you look over to the side, and there's this. What looks to be a pendant that looks like it was. You don't know if it was snagged on a kind of a sharp piece of wood that kind of came off of the main body of it, but it's got like a little. It's like a little metal animal skull.
Interesting. I go take a look at it, pick it up. Was this Sarah's? No. Okay. Is this anyone else's here? Anyone else yours?
No, I know.
You know, I'm just gonna send a quick telepathic to everyone. Does anyone have a skull?
1-to-1.
1-to-1?
It's 1-to-1.
Damn it.
He's also 30 feet. So
Oh,
just a range.
yeah. Well, I've kind of seen range. I'll have to ask everyone else. I pocketed it for now.
Okay.
Did it direction like anything else directionally seem like it? What height was the wood that it was snagged on?
Looks like as Grimlock, you reach the top part of the stairs where you would climb the crow's nest.
Yeah.
It looks like right around there.
Okay, so basically the crow's nest floor. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Let's put that. Doesn't look like it's Sarah's.
You find something, Birch?
It's metal stone.
Yeah, it is. Let's take a look at it. Kind of, Joshua feeling the weight of it, kind of looking at the seams at it, trying to evaluate the metalwork.
So you've give me. It's clearly a raven.
Mm-hmm.
Like the raven, the little silver raven skull.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some etchings in it. You're not entirely sure what they mean.
Okay.
But it's not.
It's just jewelry. Nothing.
It's good jewelry.
That's good jewelry. So this is not something a slummy kid would be.
Oh fuck no.
No, like this would somebody pay gold for this.
Oh god, yeah, easily.
All right. So
there's runes on it. Do I recognize the runes?
If you want, you can make an Arcana roll or a religion check.
It's a nice piece of work here. It's gonna cost a couple of good coins to get this. It's a little
Okay, so on my Arcana roll, I got a 14.
Okay. So the etchings on the raven are the etchings on the top of the skull of the raven are the same sort of stuff that you would use for like divination stuff, like being able to determine either the future or even the past. But it's normally dealt with like the gaining of information in some way, shape, or form.
Divination runes. Does it look like it was functional, or does it look like it was more?
There's no way for you to
No way for me to tell. Okay, fair enough.
just with a skill check.
Should probably get someone to look at that who can actually see if it does anything.
yeah. We also need to pay a visit to the city guard. I was talking to Angle over there. He was saying that his cousin went missing. He's heard of a couple other kids go missing outside city walls. Apparently, Anrik was taking a look into that guy.
Who's Anrik?
He's with the city guard. So, not this. This is a little bit bigger and a lot more kids that seem to have gone missing. So, I don't think anyone's actually.
Did they all go missing from here?
No, not according to him. But definitely on the outside of the city walls, not on the inside. But they were on the inside. It's not like we know. Does anything about this seem really odd to you?
Well,
Aside from the pirate ship?
Captain. Yep. Any more bacon? I'm hungry. It's Captain's work is never done. Excuse me.
well, as thanks for leading me over here and helping us out, here's another piece of bacon.
I found these mushrooms. Can I eat them? What do they look like? Well, it's red with white spots. No! She practically jumps down 15 feet, lands perfectly, swat. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't. You don't eat that. That will kill you. You will die horribly. You will like flare out to here like a bearded dragon, and you will just be like. And she's, of course, this just makes it worse. And the kid's like, "You're not gonna die because the mushrooms over there." Bacon. Okay.
I'm about to yell give the bacon.
Kid's not wrong. So, wide open spaces, any strangers or animals, you think somebody would see it coming a mile away. In the middle of the day? And she said,
Middle of the day.
when did the kids go missing? It wasn't that night.
Jill said that they usually met after breakfast before midday.
Okay.
Make a nature roll, please.
Oh, fuck.
You can too.
Alright. A nature roll?
Yes.
That is a thing?
Yep, it's under medicine.
5! My 4th consecutive 2.
Cool. Continue.
So stone. I can't. Yeah, I guess I gotta talk to the guard, I guess. Because I was really hoping somewhere with, like, mud or soft things. Actually, go down the stairs very carefully.
Mhm.
Anything on the main floor? Anything basement-y? Anything?
No,
No?
not in this one though. Like the main floor is grass. You can feel that there is concrete, like stone underneath it, but it's
But it's
some
grass.
is overgrown.
Nothing looks particularly disturbed.
No.
Okay, so I've got an idea, but I'm getting into a kind of meta question that playing a character who's intelligent, who I don't know if my character would be smart enough to figure out what I'm figuring out.
Mhm.
So would I roll on that or just play it through?
What
What
is your
are you
intelligence?
trying to? Is 15?
15. So
Your intelligence?
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're looking. So I see you looking for button stuff. I'm like, what are you looking for?
Well, I don't think the kid was caught by wolves or anything.
That wouldn't make and that wouldn't track. Not out here at this time. I mean, they only come so far to the city walls. What about up? What happens if? Just bear with me. You got a bunch of kids playing out here. Kids see everything all the time. You got a teen there working on the runes. If there was any screaming or feral sounds or anything threatening, like, nice kid, he's excavating, but I don't think he's got fighter or hunter material written all over him. So if
When does he show up?
in the mornings, he said,
I'm gonna go talk to him.
go ahead. I already had a few words with him, but bear with me before you go off.
Mhm.
Anything weird, kids would have seen it. There's a whole gaggle of them.
Mhm.
You know, somebody would have had to know she was coming early. You get the guy across the road working on excavating. If there were any wild animals or anything, at least he would have a sword ready to go, a torch. He's got nothing like that. So she comes out here. She goes missing. There's no tracks. There's no mud. We don't see any animals. We are not hearing any animals. And if anybody came around, chances are they would have been seen. There's not a lot of forest out here. They would have been seen for a mile away. So what if whoever snatched them took them up?
I mean, it's possible, but the pendant was snagged on the entrance to the crow's nest, so they probably went through that once.
What happens if that wasn't from the person who did the taking? If it was somebody else?
Think a noble's gonna let her kid play around here?
I don't think a noble will let a kid play around here, but what happens if a noble was taken?
From the kid's crow nest.
Mm-hmm.
If a noble was taken, the guard would be picking up with fuss, wouldn't they?
Not that's actually what most people would think. If something bad happens to a noble, what's the first reaction the noble's family is going to have? To save face and pretend everything is going normally, so not to show weakness. Make a few discreet calls, contact people quietly, and make sure that everything is mum's the word. It's all about saving face with those hoity-toity types.
Alright, are you good at reading people?
Yeah. Depends on the people, depends on the book.
Alright, I want you to come with me when I ask.
Alright. Turns around, follows through.
Hey, Angle!
Head comes up.
My buddy here said you talked to you for a bit, and we compared notes. I got a couple more questions you might be able to help us out with.
This is my friend Birch.
So, you said you usually show up in the mornings. 3 days ago, what time did you show up? Roughly, I know.
I got here early, so maybe 6-ish.
6.
Sun's just coming up, so
And you never saw Sarah at all.
no.
Okay, cool. How much attention do you pay to the kids playing?
I don't.
I mean, fair enough.
I'm normally focused on this, and just what I'm doing is either scraping metal on stone or I'm digging, so there's always constant noise. So and they're a little ways over that way, so even when they're playing, sometimes they're quiet, sometimes they're loud. You know, kids.
Did you see anyone who looked, I don't know, wealthy?
Around here?
Yeah.
No.
Does this look familiar to you? This is where I want you paying attention to his face.
Okay.
I show him the necklace.
Really? Raven's head? I don't know what it means, but yeah, just no one in this side of the city, whatever we were in this.
The side of the city,
It,
as in the poor side, or
yeah, that is an invitation to get robbed. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but that's silver, like solid silver. That's not silver blade. That is.
It looks pretty solid, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know if any of the local families have a raven as an animal?
Not that's still around.
Not that. Oh, that's interesting. Not that's still around.
Yeah.
But did someone in the past?
Yeah.
Who?
Reinhardt's.
Oh, that's the old royal family, right?
Well, yeah, but they weren't always royals. They were monster hunters. A lot of them. Damn near all of them. They started off, it was like centuries and centuries ago that they're this just wandering clan of monster hunters and stuff. They would just do things, they just do their thing, come in, they'd maybe accept a meal, and then they'd leave. It wasn't until a while back where one of them, I think it was like 150, 200 years ago or something like that, where one of them it wasn't accidentally rescued, but they rescued a woman who turned out to be a royal. And their father granted them nobility and title and all that crap. And then 100 years later, they were nobles.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Which led to the fire 35 years ago.
So they weren't very good nobles to I'm here.
No, they became nobles in the purest stereotypical sense, like the entitlement, the whole bit.
You hear that? Oh.
Yeah, but no, their crest was the it was like a two-headed raven thing.
Two-headed. Okay, two-headed. It's only one.
Well, yeah. But I mean, that looks like if I saw a member of the Reinhardt clan like wearing that, I would just imagine like it would look normal.
No, yeah, that's why I asked if any of them. But okay, so we're starting to. He said a couple other kids had gone missing. Do you know when that started?
What was it, 6 months ago?
6 months.
That was the earliest one that I know of. Because my cousin.
Oh shit!
He's been gone for half a year now, so I don't know. We because parchment costs money, so does ink. Hiring someone to do the script so it doesn't fade immediately in the sun, like all that crap, it costs coin. We just ran out.
Well, can you give me a description of your cousin so if we do? If this is happening, there may be a life here.
He was 12, kind of scrawny, black hair, kind of hawk nose, but he had like really, really big eyes. Like the color in his eyes was quite big. Little bastard could see across the field. It was annoying.
What's his name?
Oh, come up with shit. Gustav.
Gustav. So another black hair as well. You said there were a couple others. Do you know anything about those other kids or whose families?
When we started looking into it, we just started hearing more stories about other people. Like, oh yeah, our kid went missing too. That sort of thing. So there was a few families that were. They did what we did after the first like 2 days, where they were like, oh, they probably just ran away. I'll see you tomorrow. That sort of. But when they don't come back, suddenly you're kicking yourself in the ass because you didn't look.
And then it's already too late. No, I get you.
Do you know? Can you tell me which families? I'm already like. There's a couple.
I mean, I know Doria and Heinrich were looking for their kid, Sarah, and I know what is that guy? He's in the market. People have been bitching about him lately.
Michael.
Michael, yeah. His son.
All right.
Like, people have been bitching about him lately, so he hasn't. Previously, he was less inclined to questionable deals. Is this a new development?
Questionable deals?
I don't know. People keep saying he's scamming them.
Well, it's scamming them, but he's been absent-minded. Not.
I mean, that would make sense if.
Yeah.
And like we all know that he jacked his price, but I mean, so has everyone to deal with the taxes.
Yeah. No, That sounds fair. I mean, I'd be pretty absent-minded in that situation. All right. Well, thank you so much for your help.
Yeah, no worries.
Do you want to handle the job?
I mean, this stuff down there is my family's. I can't. We're gonna lose the house. I can't pay for help.
Not asking him for money.
Oh wow,
I'm
you're
not-
not from around here.
No. No.
I'm paying the kids in bacon.
I mean, it's bacon, so it's a good payment.
Um,
Just a thought. You pay the kids in bacon, they can give you a hand, show them what to do, and you can keep an eye on them, make sure nobody goes missing.
Yeah, that would be great if I could afford the bacon.
It would be great if you could afford the bacon and importance. You gave us a ton of information.
Well, thank you.
You can buy a ton of bacon and have a ton of kids.
No one wants a ton of kids.
Free labor is free labor.
That's true.
Ours, we like digging for treasure.
Well. All right. Well, thanks. I don't know. Yeah, I think she'll be fine. But yeah.
Sorry, what?
Just that there's.
To stabilize the floor, he's worried about the weight of the kids, but kids are light and there's many of them. And then also, when they get enthusiastic about things, they work just as well as anyone else.
They also tend to jump.
I'm only get a couple kids.
Or just say, don't jump.
Have you ever dealt with children?
Yes.
Do they ever listen?
Occasionally.
That's a lie.
That's stretching it.
You don't know the half of it.
Alright, I think that's about as much information as I can think of how to get out of here. So,
Okay.
why don't we go back to. You saw Dario, like, was it, no, it wasn't Dario, it was
Dorian.
Doria.
Yeah.
Like, that was a good smith shop.
Mm-hmm.
Good enough to make something like this?
Take a look at it. Would it be something that they could put together?
Make an investigation roll and add your proficiency bonus again to it. So make it a +8 instead of a +6.
Right.
Because this has to do with metal, and that is something that you're.
22.
You've seen her work on a couple of things. She is capable of doing this type of fine work.
Mm-hmm.
You've never heard of her doing jewelry though.
Mm-hmm.
But like this type of like intricate designs and stuff like that, she is completely capable of doing.
Okay. Does any other smithy that I would know of kind of come to mind?
A smithy wouldn't make something like this.
No.
You would go specifically to a jeweler's.
Okay.
Because like it's just you would not use an anvil on something this size.
No. Okay. So, and that was Dorian? It's bad.
Yep.
True, but they bounce back. It's like
Give up.
so I know I relay the information to you. I'm like, yeah, this is nice work. This is jewelry work. It's fancy. I know somebody who could do something close to this, but they might have an idea of who's probably
better.
likely.
Okay. All right. This is the best clue we got right now because there's no stuff marks. There's nothing.
No, and that's a nice piece of kit to be leaving around. What?
Do I have to know or be able to see or anything the person if I'm doing the telepathic communication thing?
It's line of
Line
sight.
of sight.
Yeah. Do you
Shit.
anything else from the captain there?
So she showed up around midday and Sarah was already gone.
Yeah.
When Angle showed up, it was super early. It was 6 a.m., so basically sunrise.
Mm-hmm.
And she wasn't here yet, or she was already gone. So unfortunately, that doesn't narrow down much. I was hoping that would. Whatever happened wasn't abnormally loud.
There's also the other option that Angle had something to do with it. But from what I'm seeing and the way he's acting, either he's one cold, callous, convincing, conniving cutthroat, or he just doesn't seem the type. He seems more interested in finding, digging his holes.
Yeah. I think if he was into it, he would have just played dumb a lot more.
Yeah, me too.
You don't usually get that much information.
No. Or if they do, they give so much information, so much detail, hoping to drown you in it.
Alright, well let's go talk to Doria.
Let's go talk to Doria. Let's go talk to Einrich. Maybe he's got an idea. He's been doing this a little bit longer than we have.
Okay, Einrich. That was the guard, right?
Yeah.
At the very least, Doria will be able to narrow down the timeline. She'll know when Sarah left.
Let's take a look at Dorian. Then we'll swing by Einrich, past the marketplace, and pop in and see a man about a stool.
Right. So,
Did you know?
No, I just realized I didn't. We'll go see Michael.
Yeah, I suppose my
He sold me a leaky mug, like my flaking leaks on the one side. He told me it was seam-proof, like.
I mean, this business can't run for being a little.
so yeah, so you're stopping at
Doria's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you stop by the smithy. It is in full mode, and you know this look.
Mm-hmm.
She is working.
Mm-hmm.
She is working.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing else that is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is fine. Throw yourself into work. The world goes away. Like, she is. I'll just do this, and everything will be fine.
Distraction mode.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna find someone who's not working and ask if we can talk to her briefly. Because I don't want to interrupt her when she's in the middle of work and safety.
Doria, I need your time. I know you're busy. It's important.
Oh!
I will stop looking for someone.
Patty, would you mind? See it. Fairly,
You gotta give your tools a break. You'll wear them out fast enough.
this is fairly stocky, like dwarven woman. She's like, listen to the man. She knows what he's talking about. He was a man, so there's a little to that, but this particular one, he's quite right.
In this particular case.
Do I know his wife?
No.
No.
So,
Listen to your wife. She's not just beautiful. She's smart too.
yeah, see? Go. Okay, we're not nails.
Yeah. Doria,
And got a little.
this is Birch, friend of mine.
Yeah, what? I was there.
Oh yeah, right.
Did you find anything?
Maybe. What time did Sarah leave?
I normally don't let her leave before 10, just because at the very least that time the sun is high enough that it's bright enough. There's no hidden shadows.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I stand, because she normally runs, because she has that energy, and I stand at the foot, and she actually goes in and points, and from the smithy you can see straight down the hill to the front gate.
Damn, that is a good view.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I'll stand here and I'll watch her get to the gate, and I know where she's going. It's just to the left.
Sure. Friend Jill said that she had already left by the time she came by, so.
Yeah.
So she left around 10ish, you think, maybe?
It was
Or was it?
Probably closing in on 10. She being impatient. She was so excited because she saved up for that. She wanted to get Jill something for her birthday, but her birthday was last month, and we had to save up some silver to make a nice hat for the captain.
Black hat?
She was very proud of it.
Well, I mean, I can see why.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's something I did find. Does this look familiar to you, or do you know who could have made it?
Silver, fine cord. Whoever did this knew what they were doing. I don't recognize the markings at all. Good weight. Patty! Dwarven woman kind of comes up. Let's have a look. They found this where Sarah was. She looks at it. Get that bloody thing out of here. So you know it then. Get it out. It's a bad omen. Take that out of the smithy. You take that out right now. You want to talk to your friends outside. I know it's important. I know why, but not in here. Take it out there.
All right, okay, we'll take it out. Can you come with us?
Kind of looks at the forest. You got 3 minutes.
Okay, outside.
Okay.
What is it?
It's an omen. It's a bad one.
Finding necklace? No, what? How?
What's it an omen of?
It's not. Ravens are fine. Ravens are all fine and dandy, but it's who it represents.
Who does it represent?
Death.
Ah.
Whoever or whatever made this, it's clearly involved in death. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to frighten you, but you asked. It's fine. She gives you the necklace back, and she actually just like actively like wipes her hand because.
So, the raven's also a symbol of the old royal
The
family.
Reinhardts. Do you know a jewelry shop that would be capable of making somebody like this? Where this is not something you just get from
Capable of
anywhere.
living, it's an oven. And you've got divination runes on it.
Kind of look at each other, and at the same time, they both go, "Hamel."
Okay. I'm guessing I can find him in the market?
Yeah, but you'll find him more closer to the middle class area. He's higher up than anyone else.
If he does jewelry, we'd have to have a shop there.
Yes, and he's very, very good. Unfortunately, he's aware of it.
One of those types. Okay.
Well, that's all right because now we're aware of it too.
I do hope you find something.
Oh, I'm sure.
Fingers crossed. Oh, also one of the older kid there said that some other children had gone missing. Do you know anything about the other families?
There was, and Patty was just like, I had plenty of them. Like, it's been going on like 6 months now.
That's what he said too.
Who?
Angle? Older kid who was digging around in one of the rooms out there.
Angle. Agnes's oldest. Ah, right. Yeah. Dearest. Right. Noble, not noble family. The Deercrests have been.
Fallen noble?
It's not fallen. It's just they're like. Do you know how like there are people that are in favor, and then the people that aren't? Their entire family is in favor, but they're in favor. They're favored by the royal family themselves. They're not in favor by other nobles. They're just that entire family. They're just for some reason the kings.
There's someone's favorite nephew.
Yeah, probably.
Family is weird.
You know, they had multiple. They had a few places outside before everything kind of got Holden.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I know he's been kind of obsessing, but that's why he came here for the excavating equipment that pick and well, that's what he was doing.
Yep, he's digging
Sticking his heart's content, trying to uncover what loot is in his family's basement.
Did he see anything?
Just that the earth
the
the earth is packed in
And-
pretty tight, and it's slow going, but he's taking his time.
like honestly I can believe I didn't see anything. There's enough distance.
Also, he seems to be very interested in what he's doing. Enough distance, and though he may be keeping an eye on the kids and recruiting them to help him.
Both of you can make perception rolls.
Is it bigger than a 2? Yes, 19. 19.
Okay, so you as you're kind of both talking to Patty's just like, okay, I have to get the force. She goes back in and starts working those again.
Yep.
When Patty leaves, you notice a kind of just a cloaked individual over by the notice board. It looks like he has like a stack of papers that you were actually looking at because like they were the ones that were packed in the back,
Yeah.
and he's going through all of them and it looks like he's reading them and then putting them up, but like organizing.
Kind of tells you, have I seen this guy before?
You can't really see much. You just like put in a cloak.
Let's sneak over and try and get both a look at him and what he's doing.
I'm just like, competition. Just what I don't need.
I'm gonna telepathically to you shush.
You hear a voice in your head. See where that came from. He's at least he's organizing it. Most people just put the one thing over the other and then stop reading.
Yeah, what's this morning?
Yeah.
Anyway, I have to get back. I will come back.
Of course.
But please keep me informed. And if you can tell Grim, if you both want a meal, Patty and I can make something this evening.
Careful of that offer.
We've got space.
Thank you very much.
And thank you kindly, Pat. Thank you kindly. We'll let you know what happens.
So I'm stealthing my way over there because I don't.
It's like noon in a marketplace. You're a halfling. You lose Birch 3 people in.
Yeah. Where did little? They'll figure their way around.
Tell her for you. Hang around for a minute.
You do hear Birch's voice just.
I'm taking a look at this guy futzing around with the notice board.
It looks like he's just very meticulously like reading each post, and then like he will take the nail that it was posted on and pushes it into the board, but it's in order, so nothing is.
He's not like picking any of them out or anything.
No.
No. Okay. Oh, yeah.
He looks down. Looks to be a human, dark skin, dark eyes, kind of sword at his hip, kind of sticking out.
Definitely looking for something.
As are you. If memory serves, well, not memory. My eyes deceive me. I believe we are looking for the same thing.
Oh.
Puts another thing on board. It finishes putting the last couple of in. 14.
14 what?
He points and you kind of like look at it. Children.
Okay.
Are there drawings or sketches of all of them?
Wandering
Any
over.
similarities?
Wandering over to the board.
They look like all walks of life within the lower middle to lower class. Varying races. Doesn't seem to really matter.
Not really. It doesn't look like they're turned anyone.
Birch, there you are. I thought I heard your voice from everywhere. Who's your friend?
Get your name.
Nor are yours.
Oh, Birch.
Hello, Birch. Baden.
Baden.
Baden fell.
Baden fell.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
Baden.
to meet you.
Grimnall.
Again. 6 months ago. 3 days ago.
Checking the times, right? Be relatively evenly spaced because they're pretty sporadic.
It's kind of sporadic. It's sporadically taken. Ages 9 to 14.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of every race. You've got your hands full.
It would seem so. Bunch of them.
Do you know anything about it? If you're looking for this specifically?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
I was going to, but I'm not one to home in on someone else's job. But what I can do is work the outside.
Like outside the walls?
No. Outside the situation. You lot are looking for the children.
Mm-hmm. Or one child specifically, but yeah, the other ones too.
If you're looking for one, you're looking for them all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You are looking for the child. I'm looking for who took them.
Well, then I think we can help each other. Hopefully.
You wouldn't be horning in the job. It's more of a quid pro quo at this point. I got a soft spot for kids and families known in the community. Return the child, and they can pay us what they think our time is worth with what they've got.
Now, if you're looking for who's taking them, do you have any ideas?
You.
You? Alright, I've got one clue that might be useful.
What's that?
Gold necklace. Does this look like anything to you?
Kind of tilts his head from one and looks at it, and his eyes kind of blink purple for a minute. Cute.
Cute as in make a new friend cute. Cute as in
Magic.
it is magic.
Functional. Okay.
May I make a suggestion for all three of us involved?
Take this conversation elsewhere.
Yes, and I know just the place. It's a place of good reputation, discreet, and excellent cuisine.
I'm always up for excellent cuisine.
Okay, where are we star wiping to?
2 words. Technically 3 if you count the
lusty boar.
the lusty boar.
So one might later you're sitting here looking at the walls going,
I thought this was a brothel.
you're like, is that blood or wine? Would I be more creeped out by either answer? I don't know. But like it's one of those places that like looks like a dive, but like the moment the food arrives, you're like, oh god.
I'm hoping that this is a place where the casuals will go in and everybody minds their own fucking business, and
Yeah,
it's
it's one of those places that's it's run by a like one of the only elves
okay.
that is in that has stayed in Verona, because a lot of the elves that they come in, they'll stay for a few months and then they'll leave.
Mm-hmm.
This one stayed, and she gives no fucks.
Yeah.
There are a small list of rules, which pretty much it's kind of like the 10 Commandments, where pretty much if you sum it up, it goes, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Those are the rules. And,
Yeah.
like, pay your tab, tip your waitress, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that's...
anyone who comes in, they honor that request.
surprising part.
Well, it happened. It's only happened like once or twice. One guy came in, tried to like he ran out.
Yeah.
And made the mistake of coming back like a week later.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking that it's just a face in the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elves have long memories.
Yeah.
So the story goes, and you were actually there for that. You were not aware that this guy had like ran out on a bill.
Yeah.
She just kind of walked up to him, and like you've never seen Eldria personally deliver a meal, but she walks over and like swayed the hips, laid everything down, and like bent at the hip to lay everything down, gave him a smile. And it was at that point when she bent down that you saw the hand crossbow that she was propping the tray on. And when she pulled the tray out, she was like, "You didn't pay your tab last time." Whack! And just pumped a bolt right into his thigh.
Yeah.
And he just howled and dropped. And she picks him up, puts him onto the onto his seat, and he's like, "You crazy elven bitch! What the fuck are you doing?" She sits down, crosses her legs, and puts a little vial on the table. She says, "What the hell is that?" "That would be the antidote." "For what?" "For the poison that I put on the bolt." "You have exactly, I think, 30 seconds before your lungs start to seize up to pay your tab." "What?" "Your tab, little one. Pay your tab." "I don't know what you're..." And then he starts to have trouble breathing.
Yeah.
And just dumps all of the coin on it. "Drink up." Does it, drinks up, takes the bolt, and like just rips it right out of his thigh again. "Now get the hell out of my establishment and don't ever come back." "Crazy bitch." Walks away. She just kind of like counts the pile. "Drinks are on him, lads."
I was rooting for you. Okay, so we're kind of at our table with food, and doing the thing of, this is what we found, this is what we talked to, this is the Raven's omen. You said magic. What kind of magic? Have you seen like this kind of before?
The magic in and of itself is weak, but it's prevalent. It's directional. Never get lost, that sort of thing.
Except it is lost because its owner is nowhere to be found.
True.
Tell me this isn't a necromancer thing. It's not a necromancer thing. I hate necromancers.
I don't think so.
Oh, by the way, guys, you both need to speak up a bit.
I don't believe it has anything to do with necromancy.
Oh, very good. What are you ordering? It's on me.
So he looks up. He looks up and he sees.
What is he ordering? I've seen you eat. I'll cover your drinks.
He see Eldria sees him. He kind of like gives her a smirk. She just kind of nods, and then food is brought over to him.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, can't say I wasn't neighborly.
No, you will. I appreciate it.
So we got a bunch of parents sick with worry about their kids. Bunch of kids missing. Seems like they're going during daylight hours outside of city limits. There's a wide range.
Basically high noon.
High noon, 6 to 9 in terms of years, and nobody's seen nothing. 9 to 14, and nobody's seen anything with the exception of our fancy little doodad here, in the shape of Mr. Bird.
So, hold on a second. When you said it's directional for when it gets lost, like, is the owner gonna come looking for it, basically?
No, it's just when you wear it, you
Ah.
immediately know which way's north. That sort of thing.
The runes, I could sworn those were divination related.
It is technically. Divination is a very broad spectrum. Knowledge is knowledge.
It's the point on a compass.
It is trying to divine your current direction.
I mean, I guess.
Magic is fickle.
Well, I think we can agree on something. This is not coincidental. It's not a bunch of kids stumbling across a hidden fort or something and getting stuck.
There's another question here. A, who would want to, which is vague at best, but B, where would you keep them?
How would you feed them?
That's our best.
Presuming they are.
I know that's our best scenario, but I like to think myself as an
But if
optimist.
they're taking multiple children, then there's a better than average chance that.
So what happened 6 months ago when this all started? That was different.
Now, to be fair, I've only been here 3. But...
Would I know of any local news or anything that may have happened? Solar eclipse, festival?
Nope.
No.
Nothing.
Okay.
I mean, like, the biggest thing that happened in the last month happened 3 or 4 weeks ago, and that was the assassination of the king and queen.
Yeah. So we've got.
So that was like a month ago.
So we got.
That's probably unrelated.
So we got.
It happened like
Yeah.
it was going on 5 months prior to that. So.
Yeah.
So we've got a smattering of missing kids from a wide range, a couple months ago to now, and the only clue we've got is a pirate hat and this little trinket. All right.
Okay, so she went into the crow's nest, and you can see everything from there.
That you can. I took a look myself.
There's no way this character snuck up on her
Unless
without magic or something.
or without magic, or she knew them.
She knew them.
I think we need to go have a talk with that jeweler.
Oh, definitely. So 14 kids over 6 months. So we're talking just over 2 a month.
It's a nice round number.
So I said just over. So it's not that nice and round.
I'll go look at the.
Now you said you had a couple ideas about who might be doing this.
It's they're ideas, but it's nothing that I'm.
Nothing based in.
It's literally nothing, man. Nothing based in any sort of fact whatsoever. And in that case, given the city of Rama as it is, I'm not going to utter any names out loud just in case there are bias. I don't need anyone just randomly mugging me in the street for having a thought. It happens enough.
Yeah. No. Bigger games within games and all that kind of thing.
You look to the jeweler. I'm gonna go back to the playground and see if I can maybe spot anything.
And we'll meet her around about dinner time, late dinner, and compare whatever we find.
All right.
Found the necklace in the kids' crow's nest. It's
Yeah.
I'm sure one of them will be happy to tell you what it is.
Okay.
All right. Can we take a 2-minute pee break? I
Yes, we
desperately
can.
have to go.
Yay! Woo! Okay, see you guys in a minute. Maybe never lets me actually get the right thing up first. And
We're
we're back.
back with coffee. All right.
All right. So,
Off to the jewelry we go.
right. So, Hemmel's Jewelry Shop is on the second floor of a building that should only be one floor. The first floor of the building leads to the jewelry shop.
Mm-hmm.
That is its purpose.
Mm-hmm. Oh Jesus! It's one of these places.
It it is very nicely decorated.
Mm-hmm.
It has some like decoration pieces, effectively like of this is what I can do. It is clearly none of it is in any way, shape, or form real jewelry, but you can make it look like it is fairly easily, either through minor illusions, charms, or even just if you have a really good forger.
Yeah.
Effectively, like this is the showroom,
Mm-hmm.
but because it's on the lower floor and there's no one on the lower floor, everything here is worthless.
Yeah.
So
Demonstration of work, not materials.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So on the bottom of the staircase that leads up into the shop is a small drawstring attached to a bell.
Yeah, one of these places. There are two types of shop. People who know what they want and people have to be told what they want. This is the second one.
Deals with nobles.
Or people with more money and not enough sense.
Which in the city is nobles.
Which in the city is nobles. Do you want to do it?
Do you want to poke around before? Or
Yeah, let's. Why don't you him and haw for a little bit?
I'm seeing if I can see anything that looks kind of raven skull-y, like the necklace, maybe. I don't know.
Give me a investigation roll.
I'm doing the same thing on the other side of the shop.
Investigation rolls all around then.
For all my friends,
You get an investigation roll.
I got an 11.
I got 6.
All right.
Wow. Pictorials of dwarfs with warhammers. That is so stereotypical. Let me guess. Oh, look. Family crest on an axe. That's really useful. It'd be hell to clean the blood out of that. It won't cruise. Oh. Oh, the tiaras are nice. Are they for the princesses? Or the you know what?
Quietly with my telepath, if you think any louder, there's no point in not having rung the bell.
Stay out of my head. You just hear me viciously critiquing like these things. Oh yeah, that the tiaras.
So, the way that Ghostwise Halflings telepathy works is that they need to be within 30 feet of the target. They need to have line of sight. The person needs to be able to understand the language that they are talking. They cannot read your thoughts without you knowing. It is not that type of thing. It is legit just communication.
Well,
So,
no, but he's actually talking.
you
so.
can communicate back, but that's it. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing being shared.
Yeah.
In any
It's not a hive mind thing.
Yeah.
Got it. Nope. So kind of just looking for anything animal headed, anything the same quality design.
Don't really see anything.
No.
You're honestly you start actively looking for stuff, and then you get really into the critiquing bit,
Yeah.
and to the point where you just kind of lose track of what it is you're doing.
I got 6, so I'm guessing I did not get more success than that.
Well,
Oh look, a
You-
jewel studded codpiece.
you didn't, but it was one of those things where you're just like, all right, focus, gonna look for look a jewel studded cockpiece. Oh, that was thank you. Focus. And it just, oh yeah, this is, oh look, a dwarf carrying a warhammer, what an original piece. Like, kind of focus here, and it's just like eventually you get so irritated, just like ding, like.
Why is Netflix not running this right now? I'd be watching the show.
So
Yeah.
you hear a door open from the top of the stairs, and light kind of shines down, and you hear, come in, please, come in."
Okay. Could go up.
from behind like a fairly high
Yeah.
fairly high chair behind a a glass counter displaying, being a dwarf,
Mhm.
actual jewels. Like you see them and you're like, oh shit, okay, this is where the real stuff is.
Yeah.
The door closes behind you, and this gnome with like these kind of goggles with multiple lenses on them.
Yeah.
And he pulls it up, brings up his spectacles from the top of his kind of like, kind of a little bit of a hawk nose there. And, welcome, come in, please. Welcome to Hamill's welcome to Hamill's jewelry shop. I am Hamill, and how can I help the how can I help you today?
I'm Grimnall, my partner Birch. We're here to ask you a few questions.
Oh, of course. Hang on, just 1 second.
Yeah.
And he stands up and he actually has like he kind of stands up and stands on a little looks like a little platform and pulls a lever, and it starts to kind of like spiral down the outside of the tall seat. And he's like, I am always happy to help people as they come in and have all of the questions. It makes no, never mind. Honestly, I'm just kind of happy to see people. But I'm a people person. It is a thing.
Slow day?
It is a slow day. It has been a very slow day. But when you deal with the best stuff, only certain people, only the discerning customers can come in. So, what can I help?
Well, we
And
have
he walks up to you. He's about 6 inches shorter than you are.
That is not a typical feeling in this city.
so
You were recommended to us. So we found an item, and they said basically that you were the best jeweler in the city, and you'd be the one to talk to about this.
you see anything like this before?
Yes, sure. It's, let me see. Silver, Northern Province. Nice. No more than a mile down. New mine. Let's see. What do you wish to know? Someone has enchanted it. Ah. It's broken.
It's broken?
Yes, there used to be a piece right here. You can see that it was filed off. But you can see the file marks there. There was something else in there. Just on the top of the. So effectively, if I'm holding the raven skull facing you, there was something kind of on the back behind it that was broken off or something like that, and they just took the jagged edges and filed it out.
So it looks like it was either intentionally removed or they haven't got time to repair it.
This looks like a shoddy repair job from an amateurish hand, and I am being very generous.
We found it in a play area where it's gone missing. This is
Okay.
left behind. We're hoping it can lead us to who or whatever took it.
Yeah, let me. Well, I make a lot of custom work, but I do not claim to have a perfect memory. However, let me check my books.
This is a nice shot. Nice
Thank
shot.
you very much.
You've been here a long time.
I have been here for going on 100 years now.
Good for you. Good for you.
Thank you.
It's nice. I like these walls. Your craftsmanship speaks for itself.
Oh,
You did this? Is this yours? This is nice. This is really nice.
Thank you.
I mean, I like the other ones, but this one speaks.
And you hear the gears kind of like, and he gets on the little as he gets on the thing, and it slowly like brings him up to the top of the seat.
Yeah.
And he sits down, brings out a book bigger than you, and okay.
Did that sound good? That sounded good. It sounded knowledgeable. That's what I was going to say.
Nope, can't help. And both of you can make insight rolls if you wish.
Yes,
Yeah.
because that was not suspicious at all.
So it gets back on the it gets back on the
22.
17.
collectively telepathically. Bullshit. and he gets on the little platform, pulls the lever, and it's like, well, I'm very sorry you came all the way here for nothing, but alas, that sometimes happens. I am, however, flattered that you came to me thinking that it was one of my pieces, as it is quite exquisite work. However, it is clearly not. I have not worked with Northern Province silver in quite some time.
Give me a moment, because the player knows what the player would do. The character knows what the character would do. And I'm trying to de-equate.
Okay. So, and he hands you back the
So
pendant. I am very sorry, I cannot help you. But
so I'm using the brain talk powers to see if it works. It's like when we do the collective bullshit thing, is like, do we want to be nice about this, or do we want to be not nice about this?
First off, do I hear this? Can you respond without me initiating like that?
And if the answer is no, then I'm going to be doing the very subtle dwarven facial gestures. Crack. Question mark.
yeah, I don't. I will say that like once you've initiated it, it'll work for a scene as long as you remain within 30 feet.
Okay.
If you ever step outside of 30 feet, you have to initiate it again.
Okay, stop with the twitching. You're gonna make him figure it out.
So I'm very sorry. I cannot help. Here's your pen back.
Alright, well, thank you for your time.
Of course.
And do you know who maybe might be able to help us with it?
Honestly, no one of this caliber.
No one else. No one.
I mean, obviously there are a few people, but they are the people that are specifically employed for nobility. I try to cater to all of people.
Right.
I do not discriminate in the slightest.
Okay. Is there anything you can tell us? Like, would you be able to guess what that piece that broke off might have been?
So where's the book?
Up on the shelf. Well, the desk.
You said it was a very big book, but when he opened it and he was reading stuff, I want to make a note of where in the book roughly.
As I said, he uses a small device to elevate himself to the top of the chair. The chair is probably 7 feet in height, which puts him roughly at the height of the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Where you guys are standing, you cannot see. You can see the book. You cannot read from it.
Okay, I can't read it, but I want to make a note like roughly where in the book it is.
Am I tall enough to reach the book?
Basically, narrow down
Middle?
the page range. Yeah.
If you stood on the base of the chair, yeah, like you could probably, because it has bits of rung to it. It's not just like chair with a little thing on it.
I give you the very subtle dwarf, keep him busy, wink wink look.
Okay, look, stop with your twitching. What do you want to say?
Keep him busy. Keep him busy. No, distract him. I've got 85% of a plan, which I'm 90% sure might be 10% foolproof.
Okay, well, my plan was to come back later and take a look and or steal the book.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
So get ready to run. Got it.
I'm not taking the whole book.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I was just.
You know how he gets around.
I'm just in shock. You see, I admit. I mean, I've been wanting to come to your shop for a long time. I know, and that's and I've heard the stories and the legends and the rumors, but it's just, I mean, the Orcish tribes also do metalwork too, and I mean, and your stuff has such finesse. It's just,
Go ahead and roll deception, please.
So you know how I was saying, dwarf, beautiful stones, a little distracted. I rolled a 13.
Yeah, 7.
You know what's really sad? The 7 worked.
Wow.
So it's like,
I just rolled shit. Like, he's still kind of looking at you like.
okay, my intent here is basically, well, I know people in the Orc tribes, and your stuff is really good, but their stuff has a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more flare and to get him so irate and distracted that he's.
Well, I mean, I don't. I don't. Again, I don't discriminate in between orcs or half orcs or anything. But their flair is normally some sort of animal bone or teeth that they actually take out of the mouth.
So while he's distracted,
Birch.
I know those sneaks.
Birch, get the book, get the book, get the book.
Get the whole fucking book is bigger than me.
Then get the page out of the book. Well, yeah, but
He closed the book though, didn't he? So I'm gonna just grab a handful around where I think the pages in the book was in, while he's distracting loudly.
yeah.
Okay, so again, the book is closed, so you're just gonna be like trying to grab hold of a chunk and then tear. Okay, so I'm gonna need a strength check.
Oh, and
You don't need a stealth check?
well,
Not right now.
so is Birch male, female, or in between? Like, what gender is Birch? Would I know? I just want to get your pronouns right for your character. Holy shit! You rolled that? Sorry, pronouns.
Neutral.
Okay.
So as you're sitting,
Oh god!
make a wisdom saving throw.
That was a good roll.
Make a wisdom save.
16.
Okay. So so that holy shit was entirely telepathic. So you just kind of like.
Wait for that noise.
Now
Excuse me, as I was
make
saying.
I'm gonna need you to make actually no. Oh, God. So you tear it out, and it just like, and because you not only tore out the paper, you tore out part of the spine, and it tore. Like you heard this, and that his head whips around. My book, what have
You
you done?
did a terrible job of distracting.
That is horrible.
I hit him in the back of the head to knock him out.
Make an attack roll, please.
Okay.
Just an arm strike, or
It's just to render him unconscious.
okay.
Attack roll is. I'm not seeing it, but I don't have my glasses. Unarmed strike.
Mhm.
Okay, there it is. But
Looks like a +4.
yeah, it is a +4 unarmed strike. Actions in combat, and I get a +1 strength modifier to that.
That is included
okay.
in
So when I make an unarmed strike, what do I hit to roll that?
the
Like,
+4.
give me a moment here.
Okay.
Oh, got it. It was on the other menu.
Now
Weird.
your sneak attack will kick off for this. So
Okay.
roll your attack roll.
7. Okay.
You should still have your inspiration.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the inspiration on this one.
Okay, so again,
Reroll. 8. Better.
okay then.
Wow.
So you just kind of like, because you're immediately just like, all right, well, night, little man, and you hold up your fist, and then you kind of realize, like, you look at the size of your fist, and you're looking at like, because he has a bit of like a distinguished skullet, where the hair is just around here,
Yeah.
and
Oh, he's got like a monk, too.
his scalp is polished, and so it's just like, that's where I'm gonna hit you. But you're looking at it and you're like, my fist is the size of his head. This is gonna kill him. And when so you're doing that thing behind him, like that. And by the time you actually like, okay, I gotta do it, and you wind up, and he just starts to move forward. You're like, oh, so he starts moving towards you, and he's just like, get back.
who you bought pendant.
But I'll die.
I won't tell him you told me.
I will.
Or
So are you trying to intimidate or persuade?
Here, I'm also gonna in my here. You don't even have to say it out loud.
here, you can write it on this page. Here's another page.
I don't persuade. You no help. No, that's perception. As much as I wish I could use perception, that is not the roll I'm making. I rolled a 7.
Yeah. He looked like, because like the telepathy kind of freaked him out a bit, and then he realized, he was like, "Oh, you know, it's okay." And it looked like he kind of relaxed, and he was like, "Here, just write it down on this." Completely broken. And he's just like,
Sorry, I'm laughing. My character.
So, do you want to try intimidating him?
Yes, I absolutely do.
Okay then.
Okay, intimidating is wisdom. No, it's
Charisma.
intimidation.
Charisma.
Okay.
Charisma, which is one of my death stats.
Yep, mine too.
I just find it funny that you were trying to persuade him, which
13.
you are not proficient in, and he is now trying to intimidate, which he is not proficient in, but he is proficient in persuasion. So the so
Yeah, I'm not proficient in either, so like.
you just well.
We've got a bunch of missing kids. Their parents are worried sick about them. This is not going to stop. You know something. You are going to tell us what you know, and I promise we will never breathe a word that it came from you. Or on the other hand, if you don't do it, the first thing I'm going to do is tell everyone how the orcs are doing stuff with more. We wouldn't. The curvatures, the filigrees.
Okay, I can't
it's
stop.
primal
I'm talking to
again.
this one. Technically, I didn't say anything.
Exactly.
Ah, so technically, if I didn't say anything, I didn't do anything wrong. Very well. It's the Dear Crest family.
Okay.
It's the crests, and he actually takes the pages and points it, and it's just like, you see, they wanted the family crest. It's Raven.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ravenhead with the stag antlers behind it. You can see the original design here, and he has like this, like almost like an architectural drawing with like measurements and stuff like that of the Raven skull with like stag's antlers.
Mentally, I thought their emblem was two-headed and
What? No.
the whole head, not the.
No. That's the two-headed raven. That was the clan of the Reinhardt clan.
Oh, okay. I'm not from here.
The Deercrest clan.
It's a raven with antlers.
Yeah.
Ah.
Which obviously, and he would explain the broken off bit.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who it was for?
Well, I made several.
Okay, so
The family, I believe there was 5 in total, according to the invoice. Yes, 5.
do you know who in the family was supposed to get them?
Let me see. It's well, I mean, sorry, I'm making a remembering roll.
Oh, remembering.
Which he does not like at all.
Yeah.
But in order to be a little bit racist, he is a gnome. So, I mean, there was 5 members of the clan of the Dacres family. There's the matriarch, the patriarch, a brother, and 2 sisters.
And that's who you think it was for?
That's who I knew it was for.
Oh, okay, sorry, I thought you said you didn't make it also.
But I made them for it. So, Yes, it was it was their son that came in, the son that came and picked it up.
Okay. Thank you so much for your help.
Mm.
Here are your pages back.
You.
Give him a slap on the back. Thanks again. You've been a pal.
I'm guessing you don't want bacon.
No.
And I know what you're thinking. Don't worry. We will absolutely patron your shop later on. You can take that to the bank and cash it.
To the what?
Till
Nice. You know what? I gotta tell you.
What's he muttering? I can't hear
You
you.
just tearing up my shoulder.
I gotta tell you, Birch. You ain't half bad. Come on, let's go.
Make a persuasion, or not persuasion, perception roll, please.
Perception. 15.
Okay, yeah. You as you're walking down the stairs, you hear him muttering to himself, just like stupid dickers family and his stupid uppity son. And I'm going to find my family's fortune. That bastard coming in here with those stupid things. Better not kidnapping children and can't have them shot or associated with you bloody bastards. Fuck you, Engel. Fuck you and your stupid family. And that's when you pass out of the 30-foot range.
Yeah, we need to keep an eye on Angle.
Angle. The kid digging holes.
Yup.
Why? What do you know that I don't know?
He's the one who picked up the jewelry.
Is he now? You know what the funny thing about kneecaps is? You got two of them. So if something happens to the first one, you still got another one to break.
Even if they're a petty noble, it's still gonna be too much shit for just randomly breaking his kneecaps.
That's the funny thing, it's not random.
Is it though?
We did say we wouldn't tell anyone that he told us. So, for all intents and purposes, yes, it is. How sneaky are you?
Like a fox in the mouse house.
So not at all.
No, actually, I'm very sneaky.
Great. So we should have someone go down there and keep an eye on it. Then one of us should canvass families and figure out when and where all the other kids went missing.
Or we could talk to the city guard, and because they've been doing this, and find out what they have, because they probably have all that information.
Great. You're better at people than me for the most part.
You've noticed.
A little quick to jump on the breaking skulls, but you know.
He's
I watched.
Don't get any answers if you break the skull.
all right. So you go keep an eye on an angle. I'll go talk to the city guard. Is that the plan?
That's fine.
Do you have any protection?
I'm not sleeping with them.
No, like dagger, knife, cudgel, spells. What happens if he gets, uppity? I don't know if you've noticed this, but he is bigger than you.
I should walk away.
All right, good talk.
I'm wearing 2 swords and holding a quarterstaff.
Good talk. Things get out of control. You can kneecap him,
Okay.
but just don't break his kneecaps, because that would be unethical.
So I will start with you. The guardhouse is closer than the.
Right.
I'll make my
Sorry,
way
what
down
was the
there.
guard's name again? It was
Heinrich.
Heinrich. All right. All right. Swing by to see Heinrich.
Okay.
Also gonna grab a local bottle of something from who's ever vending ale.
Okay.
One for me, one for him.
So you get there, and yeah, there's a couple of there's the guards sitting outside the guardhouse.
You Heinrich?
Make an insight check, please.
I love the fact that I just have to hit a button. 24.
Yeah, the color drains out of his face.
At me or at me?
When you, I was like, are you Heinrich? And he just kind of like looks up at you and just like the color drains and he just no.
What's going on? Where is he?
Inside.
Am I gonna go in or are you gonna get him?
I can't go get him.
Do I know what he means when he says that?
I don't know, do you?
Alright. Show me where he is. We've got to have words.
I'll ask his wife. Kind of walks in, closes the door behind him, and a couple moments later, Doria walks out.
Mhm.
Tears.
Mhm.
And she sees you, and she just kind of like hugs you,
Mm-hmm.
and is like ugly crying.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of words coming out.
Okay.
Just sound.
Okay. Of all the times that not have the telepathy. And just kind of.
After like a full few minutes, she kind of like manages to unlatch from you
Yeah.
and like kind of wipe her nose and kind of clear out her eyes. Sorry, it's Heinrich.
Doria, what's going on?
They found Heinrich's body. He was killed,
Killed.
stabbed.
The response is him.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
How much am I supposed to? How much am I supposed to do? And the gods are saying that they have no leads. And
Doria, the guards may not have leads, but we do. That's why I'm here. And look at me. Every storm eventually runs out of rain. This will end too in a good way.
just find my Sarah.
We're already on it.
Okay.
There's hope, and if there wasn't, I would tell you so. But I need to go take a look at Henrik's body. Birch, the little guy I'm working with, keen mind.
Yeah.
We're on to something.
Okay.
Go home, get some food, have a rest. It will work out in the end.
I have to be here for there's a paperwork.
I'm going to take a look at Henrik's body.
So she walks back and he's with me.
Right.
Right. Sorry again, Dora. I really am. And he opens the door for her.
Alright.
So yeah, this Heinrich's body. He's in his armor, like he's in his and it's not like plate mail or anything like that. It's more like
Boiled leather, typical city guard kind of thing.
yeah, it's probably like a breastplate.
Okay.
It's about the most like it's medium armor. It doesn't really hinder movement that well.
Okay. I was a scout in the army. I've probably seen a slew of different wounds, whether probably more battlefield stuff, but I have seen stuff. And if he was armored, he looks like a fairly stout guy who could give as good as he got.
Give me a medicine, please.
Actually, my medicine is not bad.
No, is it?
24.
Okay. So the cleric is there's a cleric there who's doing the last rites and stuff like that. And they're like unlatching the armor and stuff like that, and kind of like taking it off of the body. You see it immediately because someone looks at it like looks like you got punched in the looks like you got punched in the ribs first. And like because it looks like he was because like the breastplate covers the sternum kind of. It looks like it legit just like outlines where the rib cage is, but that's it. And then there's like a leather covering, like a fairly good thickness of a leather covering for the rest of the abdomen. It looks like he was stabbed multiple times in the stomach.
Okay.
But there's a bruise like here, and around the side of the ribs. But to your eye, there's no bruising around the wounds to the stomach, and they look frantic, like someone like held onto him and just like shanked him like a bunch of times.
Yeah.
The one at the side, though, that was precision. That went in, hit the heart, went out. A long, thin blade. It came in, did its job, and left. And it went in to the hilt hard, which caused the bruising. The wounds on the stomach don't have bruises, so they were done after he was dead. Because bruising only happens on living tissue. So this was done to cover up that. And I don't know if you voiced that at all
with the other guards.
Because they're just looking at it like he was stabbed. Because they're not, like, they're guards. Like, they care. They clearly care. Because it looked like Heinrich was, like, a good guy. But, like, this isn't their job to, like, medicine or anything like that.
So, take a look around that. Don't mention anything to the guards at this point. As I'm leaving, I will turn to the cleric and be like, I would take another look at that. I think there's something more than meets the eye. First glance, I almost missed it too. And I say that in front of whatever guard is there, just enough to raise eyebrows. So not saying, hey, guess what? This was a cover-up, but no, there's something else here.
Thank you very much. So as you're leaving, you hear pottery breaking, the telltale sign of someone throwing something into a wall.
Okay, going to the sound of the.
No, it's just that was from behind you in the guardhouse.
Okay.
Like, because as you left it, from a cinematic point of view, like the cleric looked at it and then saw what you saw and then voiced it.
Okay.
And the guards are not happy.
Yeah.
Because that means that was deliberate.
Yeah.
And that this was trying to cover it up, which begs the question, what and who? And now they're not pleased.
Yeah.
So
I'll
leave you. I'll leave you. Where are you headed now?
I'm headed on my way to meet with the families. What?
Maybe he wrote his shit down.
Wait, what?
Like, you went to the guardhouse for a reason.
Yeah.
Someone else might know something.
Yeah, but you're not there. I don't know this. I'm going my way to meet with the families.
Which ones?
Oh, Jesus.
Because, like, you know there are multiple families, but I don't mean to be a dick about it, but no aspect of it.
Actually, when I leave the guardhouse, I'm gonna ask the guard I first came in about his notes that he was investigating the kids if he had those anywhere.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah he was.
That's why I came here to see him, because we're investigating some of the kids going missing. We are by one of the families.
Do you think that's what?
I can't make any assumptions right now. I need to take
a
look at what
Come with me.
I actually forgot why I was originally there. I must have talked to him.
Right. So he goes. So he goes into like the guardhouse proper, and people are kind of looking at you a little weird. Yeah, whatever. You're with another guard. So.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, it's just in here. He cleared out the broom closet because he kept bitching. It was like, well, we never clean anyway, so just use it.
All right.
And you go in, and he brings in a couple of like lanterns and stuff like that, and he has kind of like all of the missing person's pages.
Okay. He's thorough. I respect that. Okay, let's see. Let's start at the beginning and end at the end, just as my missus would say. All right. Let's see. These are the kids. 1, 2, 3. I only know this. Locations.
So give me an investigation roll with advantage because all of the information is like directly in front of you.
Fuck you. That's a 9. And this is an 11. I'll go with the 11.
I mean, it's again, the information is directly in front of you. So as you're kind of going through, you're like, okay, I know that. And you kind of go over and hanging like a couple of like you have a couple of like strings with like charcoal like markings of like drawing arrows is the word Darecrest.
Yeah.
And like Darecrest family ? And the pendant hanging from a nail of a silver raven skull with a pair of stag antlers.
Taking the pendant. And also taking the map.
Well, it's not really a map. It's more of like a murder board.
Yeah,
like that sort of thing. Like it's just like he's drawn.
So it's not.
That everything that every person that he's talked to, every inch of the city that he has scoured, and you can tell he scoured all of it, leads to one family.
Yeah, taking the pendant. Taking the stepping out of the closet and nod to the guard. I got what I need.
Hey, you find them? We know places where they can be buried.
Yeah.
I don't care who they are.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah, we find them. We find them, and I promise that you'll be one of the first people on our list. Or you just may never hear from these people ever again, and I wouldn't go looking for them.
Seems to be above pay grade. That's a lot.
Yeah. Fortunately, kids seem to be beneath everyone else's.
So, leave you. Where are you headed after that?
I'm headed to find Spanky Waffle Bottom. Birch.
Funnily enough, not far off from most gnome or halfling names. It's Spanky. Spanky's his bookie. It's fine. Anyway, when you get there, because it's the one downside of being being of smaller stature. You move a little smaller. You move a little slower. But
I'm moving a brisk walk, which is the
when you get there, at like Engel's spot, there is firelight coming from the basement. It looks like the basement has been completely covered.
Yeah, I totally stealth in the shit out.
All right, give me a stealth roll.
Let me get to my stealth. 25.
Yes. New nickname, the Ghost.
That's part of.
So when you get down there, you can see like the long, kind of dreaded hair of Baden, kind of standing there with a torch, and he's just looking at the wall. Looks like taking everything in.
It's on the wall.
It looks like a mural.
Mural. Telepathically.
So, in the span it takes for the torch to drop and hit the floor, he has two curved blades out, and just like actually just the one blade out and spinning, and he has it about halfway out before he sees you. That There's no one hit.
Oh.
There's a damn good way to get cut. But I'm glad you hit.
Good thing I wasn't all the way down the stairs.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Very light step. So this looks like it was him.
Yeah, our sense leads to the Deercrest family, and
I think I know where they're going. Here. And he points to the points to a cemetery just on the outside of town.
it's the mural of town. Like, or did he pull out a map?
No, it's on the wall. It's
So it's the mural is like basically.
an old one. A very, very old one.
Cemetery outside of town. So why there?
The Lonely Stones. It's a nobleman's graveyard. Mainly because only the rich can afford to be interred there.
Mm-hmm.
Deercrest family is part of a cult. I found this. It brings out, he kind of pulls out pages from a book, and all of it has kind of like arcane writing, writing to it. He looks at it and this is abyssal. They're trying to. It's the cult of dead whispers. Ancient cult, even predates the Reinhardt clan. I believe the Reinhardt clan actually were thought to have wiped them out. They trying to unlock the secrets of those long dead. They'll kill them, and then when they bring them back, they can take their secrets without them trying to hold it from them. That's the case.
They don't know.
I think they've been experimenting. Because it looks like they're headed here. And he points to one of the main mausoleums has a crest on it of a two-headed raven. If they've been experimenting on recently dead, and it works, trying something on them. And from the Reinhardt clan, that clan has secrets. Old secrets. There's been rumors of caches hidden around all across the company. Some of the older members of the clan would know exactly where they are. Until riches, weapons, you name it.
It's apparently tough to look at it, unfortunately.
Yeah. We need to find your friend. We need to get to the Lonely Stones quickly.
Members of the gardens.
There's a line between here and there. This is a street. So he picks up his torch. By the time you get to the gate proper, you can actually see.
So is that 30 feet range then?
Not yet, but you can still see it.
What's your name again?
Criminal.
Rim!
Birch! I found something!
So did we.
Deercrest clan.
Don't shriek!
Not out loud.
Pulls out the necklace thing. Guard's dead. It was a very.
Okay. Are you shrieking at this?
No,
at
I'm
Ethan
not.
for
I'm not.
30
I
feet
get closer
away?
to you, and I tell you guys what I found. Guard's dead. He was definitely assassinated through the heart, and they tried to cover it up with messy stab wounds to make it look like it was some kind of street mugging. But the
Where was he
assassin.
found?
Did I find that out? No.
Okay. The kids' info. Where were they found? Like, where did they go missing?
Tell Birch what I saw from the map.
Okay. Well, anyways, we think we know where they're going.
Yeah. Oh, do you? Found this. He was definitely on. Looks like he found out it was something to do with our friends, and they put an end to him before he could actually stir up trouble. Yeah. The downside of this is this happened just recently. They were still investigating the body, so whatever is happening right now. They don't have too much of a head start on us.
No, we better keep it that way.
Right.
How far away is the graveyard?
Half an hour. Big city, but I know a guy. So he looked at his. How are you with horses?
I mean,
I'm good enough.
they don't try to eat me, and I don't try to eat them.
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out figurine of a horse.
Yeah.
Question: do I need like a
Take
skill
it.
to ride it or anything?
Not really, unless you're trying to do some trick stuff. If you're just using it for travel, I think
Meh. Okay, then yes.
like normally it would be used for like animal handling in order to get like a horse you've never ridden before. But he hands you a like a horse statue. He's been with me for a while. You should be able to take care of you. I'm gonna look back.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's magic.
Well, I don't think we can both fit on top, but little statue. Okay, so activate the statue.
So you look at it and you're like, swift wind, and then it starts to vibrate in your hand.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of let it go, and it just slowly grows into a warhorse.
Nice.
This big black Clydesdale type thing, kind of does the right. So
Get on the horse.
picks you up.
Yoink.
Which one? Looks at the horse. Lonely Stones. Go. Like that. And
Yeah.
the horse just bolts.
All right.
Takes off. Now, you are sitting on a saddle. There are reins.
Yeah.
It's magic.
I mean, I have
They wouldn't
kind
put
of
you on their
this.
bareback, so
Yeah.
I mean, I do have this image of the horse just like bolting off, and
just leading you behind. Like,
Shit. Yeah.
so you guys get there in less than 30 minutes, like easily. Yeah, this thing's walking speed is like twice yours, so its running speed is 5 times that. So you get there fairly quickly.
Yeah.
The Lonely Stones is a big, old, rich people cemetery.
Okay.
There are, like, the less rich people have polished marble stones that are only a couple of feet high.
Yeah.
You can tell it's kind of indicative to like the type of like the mentality of the nobility here, because even the graveyard is built on a hill with the more important people on the top.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bit of firelight that you see coming from the top, one of the bigger mausoleums.
I'm gonna go take a look. Stay quiet, please. Stay within around 30 feet.
All right.
So both of you make stealth rolls.
All right, and I.
21.
15.
Okay, so you both just kind of like crouch down, and you see there is a wagon kind of full of kids.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of covered, so you don't see exactly how many, but you can definitely tell it's almost at capacity. Like the they're not like on top of one another crammed in, but like
Yeah.
huddled together.
Oh, I didn't say. Probably should. With the horse, like I assume I have to tie the reins off on something, so I would have done that, so they don't go wandering.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm skulking out through the wagon with the kids.
Okay. You see five, five people in like gray and black robes with. You thought they were like plague doctor masks. They're actually like full on like raven masks,
Right.
and they all have like the stag helm thing to them, and they're all like praying in front of and chanting in front of this big mausoleum. And it sounds like the chanting is reaching a fever pitch.
Mm. I want to still head over to the wagon and take a look and see if I can recognize the kids.
Is
Yep.
there any way for me to see who is the most combat capable of those five?
Very billowy robes. It's next to impossible.
The kids are the higher priority, but we won't be able to control. But
So as the chanting kind of reaches a fevered pitch, it finally comes to an end. Like they finish their chant, and they're all just kind of standing there in front of the firelight, and there's really nothing happening.
All right.
is the wagon attached to horses still?
Yeah.
Sneak. Grab horses.
Animal handling.
Both of us, or just Mariah?
Are you
Well,
doing it?
if you're grabbing hold of the horse, then yes.
11.
Okay, I am grabbing a hold of the horse. 'Cause I'm with them. Also 11.
How many kids?
Perception roll.
That's what you were checking.
I got 11.
You got 11.
11 kids.
Did they seem healthy or did they seem like
Is,
they're gonna...
is any of them Sarah?
You don't know.
Okay, so we're not gonna be able to fit the one of the horses. Okay.
Why don't we just take the wagon with them? Doesn't matter if it makes noise.
You grab hold of the reins, and the horse just kind of backs away from you and falls at the ground. One of the cultists just like, and in a voice you recognize, "You're too late."
Okay,
How great work has begun. One like an older voice.
Smack. So I'm gonna basically
I'm
try and get the horse out of. Keep, like, pull the kids away.
I'm unslinging my crossbow and firing a round off into the nearest cultist's head.
Okay, so that will be the start of combat. So I need y'all to roll initiative.
How do I roll initiative?
Do you hit the button? It's initiative.
Where's that? I have a +4. Yes,
I got
roll.
+3.
I rolled poop. 8.
I rolled 22.
Okay. So you got Birch got what? 8?
8.
And Brindle got 22. Okay. And
He's talking. He's vulnerable.
Okay, so I will say this. Um,
I hope he's vulnerable.
I mean, you can make your attack roll.
15.
Hits. So roll your damage, sir.
All right. Damage is no. It says bludgeoning. Is that right? No, that I rolled for unarmed strike. That's not right, is it?
No, it is not. But
Okay.
I mean, a 15 would still hit. So just roll the damage die next to your crossbow.
I don't see the damage die next to my crossbow.
Why is yours look different? Why do you not have a crossbow?
It says crossbow weapons here.
But why do you not have an attack option?
Yeah, for crossbow. No. The only attacks I've got are other sneak attack and unarmed strike. But I've got crossbow on my
Go into your inventory.
inventory. There we go. Okay.
Oh, you have to like click it to take them?
Yeah, the boxes.
Oh.
You have to basically say you have it on hand.
And yeah, that if you're looking at this thing that says weapons, that's that's the stuff that you're proficient in.
Okay.
The stuff that you have on you is in your inventory. So you do have a short bow though, so it's the same.
Okay, short bow. Got it.
Which is cool because it's easier to reload. Yeah, just click on the damage die there.
Okay, wielding short bow. Okay. Oh, stop it. Oh, God. Okay, I just lost my character sheet.
Technology.
Okay, so that gets me.
No, I think this. No, I'm back.
Yay.
Yep. Now, short bow. 8.
So, as I said, the like you hear Engel's voice, like you're too late, and one of the like a bigger guy, even with the robes, you can kind of tell he's a little bit rotund, and he turns around and he's like, "All of you peasants will bow before the dear Prince family once more," and just like in the forehead. Hey, you hear Engel like, "Grandpa?" It's Grandpa's go. So.
Okay, that just made my day.
So one of them just like takes out this gun and takes out they all kind of like take out curved blades and they're all like looking at you. One of them, you hear like an older female voice just kind of like running towards you, Grimnal.
All right.
Oh shit, she might actually hit you. Four points of damage.
How did you dodge?
It's your armor class.
Where do I find that?
Where do I find that? Or do I just take it?
Armor class by your.
Oh, I see it.
I roll, and if it beats your armor class, then it hit you.
Okay.
You roll. If you beat your armor class, it hits me.
Okay, so I got my armor class is 14.
Okay.
Currently.
Okay, so I take 4 points,
Mhm.
and I go to hit points, and I subtract 4.
Yeah, just when you type in 4, it should give you an option of heal or damage.
Okay. This is current. Oh, damage. Damage. Okay. So. Okay, so I'm at 7.
Okay. The one you're pretty sure is Engel is fucking off. And that leaves you.
I was getting the kids out of there with the horses.
And there are two more. There are two cultists that are currently like looking at you because that's their.
Funny thing about horses, you can use those to run people down.
Not when they're attached to a wagon.
You
Yeah,
can't.
no, it's gonna take more
Not in
action.
that. Not in that. I mean, you could, but you would need to be already moving.
Got it.
And there's like gravestones.
Got it.
and- Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, longbow
Okay.
in the head of one of the ones looking at me.
All right. Hi. Anyway, roll your attack roll.
Is that the hit DC button?
That'll be the attack. Yes, with the hit DC button.
12.
Hits.
Nice.
Roll your damage.
6.
You just kind of look like right in the like just underneath the rib cage. And he falls down on his back, drops his sword, just starts to try and like inch away from him. This is the funny thing about nobles. They don't like bleeding.
Yeah, I kinda had that same
And both of you can make a perception roll.
19.
19.
Yeah, you hear it.
No, sorry, 10. 10. That was
Well,
close.
you still hear the stone and the stone on stone sound of like sliding.
Where is that coming from?
The entire battle stops, and like the woman that's like kind of bearing down on you, like wildly kind of looks back and rushes over to goes over to the guy with the arrow and kind of looking at him. Look, it worked. Ask your questions. Ask the questions. And this like monstrosity of a human being, ish, maybe at one point, 6.5 feet tall, emaciated head, kind of sunken eyes. The eyes are kind of glowing. There's still kind of a beard, because that doesn't help. But the clothing kind of hanging off of him is, yes,
Yeah.
in places. And it's just kind of like slowly, just like walking toward the cultists. And the cultist's like, tell me your secrets. Tell me the secrets of the Reinhardt clan. And it just kind of looks at him, grabs him by the shoulder, and just bites his head clean off.
Oh!
And throws the body into another cultist and just roars, and there's blood and gore coming out of his mouth.
Priority is definitely driving the wagon of kids away.
Hey, Birch, don't know if you can hear me, but it's nope o'clock. It's time for us to be the nope out of here.
That was the rules go, so no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, congratulations, you raised the dead! Dumbass, you raised the
The
dead!
dead. So,
So do we re-roll initiative or
Nope, just skip it.
alright. So, kids, wagon, it's go time.
Make it go then, because I am at the end of the turn.
Okay.
I sacrifice my make wagon and go to help you.
Okay, so I'm jumping on the wagon, grabbing the wheel, and putting the pedal to the metal.
Handle animal handling. Roll, please.
19.
Okay. You jump onto the back of the wagon, like, kids, hold on. Yep. Like that, and the horse is just like...
Yeah, to war!
And
And
I never left them, so I'm
There's
still on a horse.
there's a part of your brain that is just that's going like, yep, everything's fine. Like, I totally did that all on my own. Had nothing to do with the giant undead monstrosity frightening the shit out of the horse.
Hey, Birch, a little covering fire?
Yeah, because the other cultists are dead. Because they're dumb. You go. You can still see it. It is still coming for you. I need... Yeah, both of you make an insight roll.
9.
20.
Jesus.
You're just kind of like, okay, yep, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're gonna stick with the road. We're gonna stick with the road. We're gonna stick with the road. Everything's gonna be fine. This thing hits the city.
We do not want this thing getting to the city.
We've got a wagon full of kids. I'm open to ideas.
So as you kind of round a corner, you see Baden there with like by the horse.
Cool.
What?
Cool.
Oh, cool, fantastic. Do you want to deal with this, or should I?
We got the kids. I'm gonna fire an arrow. It's chasing us anyway, so I'm not worried about drawing it. So I'm gonna fire an arrow into it as well.
And for the knee.
Okay.
Hit the knee. Not that good.
I believe in you.
Not that much. 16.
It's okay. The ghoul doesn't know.
16 hits.
See?
You also can take shots.
I did not do it.
I'm also
I
taking.
did the minimum possible damage.
I'm also taking a shot. I thought I was driving the.
Well, you come to a stop because Baden was there.
All right. Short bowling.
Okay.
Okay, so how do we want?
14.
Hits.
All right.
He's kind of big, so it's
Fair enough. I got to roll for damage off of that. Piercing. 7.
it spends its round getting to you, which brings us back to Birch, actually.
I'm not trying to kill it. Just slow it down.
I'm still trying to keep the animals moving because I do not. I will just not head toward the city. I'll just kind of not. I'll head.
Okay, you're not driving them.
Yeah, I was driving.
Shit. You stop the wagon?
Yeah.
Okay. Hop on top of the wagon and shoot at it from up there.
Okay. Make your shooty shoot roll.
I rolled a. Oh wait, no, I had lucky. I get to use it for that, right?
Yeah.
If you rolled an at 1, yeah. Yep.
So then 21.
21 hits.
A lot better than 7.
Yes, it is.
10 on damage.
You know what? You don't have kneecaps. I'm just remembering. I would love for like that kneecap conversation be overplayed as you're shooting into it.
So, yeah. Just me. So I was gonna ask you how you kill it, but then that was brought up. So you just kind of like you're aiming. It's like I just gotta keep this thing out of. And you just remember, it's like you know what that is. You know what the great thing about kneecaps? They have 2. Right. And you fire an arrow, and it goes directly, like in between where the shin bone and the femur.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
It pinches through, and he just kind of like the leg buckles just as he's putting weight down on it. And he falls forward
Oh,
and like slides like head first into like a tombstone that's got like one of those. It's like one of the bigger kind of square ones that has like one of the like the for some reason marble balls on it. I don't know why, but it like he collides with it, and the ball just kind of like. And it ain't moving anymore.
I'll go poke it with a sword just to be sure.
Oh yeah, where that ball landed, it's where its head is or was.
Does it matter to wolf?
Did you?
Yes.
Did you? Wow.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky like that.
You've been holding out on me. That was.
So he kind of like Baden kind of comes over and turns over the ghoul's body because his head is underneath the stone, and he picks up the pendant, and you see like the pendant that the thing had around it was a 2-headed raven.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. It kind of walks towards the mausoleum.
What are you wondering?
They woke him. They woke him for a reason.
They asked.
Him specifically for a reason.
They wanted him to tell them the secrets of the Reinhardt family. I assume he's heir local.
One of the
Head of the
patriarchs.
family? Yeah.
Let's go see what was in his mausoleum then. Normally people aren't inserted into a mausoleum without things.
I kind of take the cover off the wagon. Take
Oh,
a
I can see the kids are still
yeah,
alive.
taking a look at the kids.
There are about 11 of them. They are all in various states of what the fuck is going on and
Okay.
malnourished.
Okay, good. They're not dead.
Sarah among them.
You see, yeah, Sarah is the least malnourished of them
Oh, so
because she's taking the
Closest.
okay. 1, 2, 3. Do these look like the kids from the Pirates, or they're just from everywhere?
just from everywhere.
Sarah?
They look like missing posters, though.
Hey, Sarah, everybody. Guess what? You're okay now. Me and my friend, everybody's gonna stay right here. The monster's gone.
We're just gonna go make sure that all the monsters are
And we're
gone.
gonna see if there's any more kids, okay? Then we're gonna come right back to the wagon.
Okay.
Hang on. You're not the only one with bacon.
You learned.
Yeah. Well, actually,
See, Sarah takes it and gives it to the worst looking kid. Like she is so like malnourished. She's not afraid.
yeah.
So she's just like, you're eating this now, and literally just like pushes it into her mouth.
All right, guys. Yeah, you know that's a good idea. I'm gonna unload any other food I've got stashed. This is what I got. Make sure that the weakest of you guys eat. Stay together, okay?
Do not leave this wagon.
I just got it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm used to taking care of a crew.
I know. Sarah, you've been promoted to captain. Congratulations.
What's everyone got ready to check?
No,
Sarah was
Jill.
first name.
Oh, right.
Jill and I can become captains.
That seems fair. All right, we'll be back as soon as possible.
All right. So following,
Going off at full halfling speed.
going after the rest of this. That was a good shot. I mean, I've seen good shots. That was. Have you done that kind of thing? That was.
Like I said, I'm lucky like that.
It's the stuff that legends are made of.
So you get to the mausoleum.
Yeah.
Door's wide open. There's a staircase kind of leading down, and there's firelight, and you hear struggle.
All right.
Gonna go down there, and Baden has Angle by the throat against the wall.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is rightfully mine. No.
What kind of blade did he use?
Actually no, he wouldn't. He brings him down. He has a long kind of.
It wouldn't be the same
Oh,
kind
no.
that was used for. Okay, just.
He
That's I was
takes
thinking that
the
too.
he takes the Baden has his sword out, kind of like in an underhanding grip, and kind of. And just as he turns, does this, and the blade just draws across Angle's throat. And just,
We killed one. The demon definitely killed the ghoul. Definitely killed one.
I killed one.
I don't know about you, but the ghoul killed all of them because the ghoul was resurrected by the family.
I'm just making sure that there were 5. The ghoul killed.
Oh,
I'm gonna chalk that up to a them problem.
What I'm saying is, I don't want any of them running around.
What I'm saying is, I'm not gonna worry about it. Are we done here?
Let's
Yeah,
let's
well.
take a look and see what they were so desperate for.
if I had to hazard a guess, probably this. He holds up a scroll. And, I mean, by right of combat, it's yours.
What is it?
Don't look at me. I just drove the horses.
A deed to the Reinhardt estate.
Hmm.
It's in the Western Wood. It's dilapidated and covered.
Carry a deed with has to understand those.
There's been rumors that the Reinhardt clan kept their trinkets and treasures from their many monster slayings under their estate. No one can legally excavate until they own it.
Well, congratulations.
No, you're part of the team,
Yeah,
and you definitely kind of joined in.
I've already got a house.
Well, there is this, and he brings out this small chest of gold. But near as I can tell, you all need to be paid.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it's more than enough for, and more than the kids' families can certainly afford today.
Yeah.
I don't know about the lot of you, but I could use a drink.
Well, it is night. We've got some children to drop off, and I believe we had a table reserved at the Listy Boar.
Yeah, we did.
I don't think they'll let children in.
You'd be surprised.
So,
Hop on the way.
So, hop on the wagon, take the gold, take the deed.
so I will leave you all there.
Okay.
The camera pans out as the wagon full of children kind of like goes into town. You are met by the town guard, and they're just absolutely fucking ecstatic, like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah.
You explain like what happened, like, oh the Derkers family raised a fucking ghoul, and rid of a Sabitone thing, and it's just everyone's like, oh, that's a shame that the ghoul killed them all. What a shame.
Yeah.
Undead are very dangerous. Yes, they are. Look at the undead. So,
Yeah. Any girls there found on this scene were disposed of quietly.
that's like a good shot. I don't know what you're talking about.
Who flashes an arrow like this? Can I see that arrow? Snap. Nobody does, because this arrow was never here. Oh, great. So the city guard are covering up for us. This is good. This is good. I'm liking this. Cool. I'm just imagining that we've got all the kids at the Lusty Board feeding them as the parents are coming
Pretty
in one at
much.
a time, too.
Eldria is more than happy to like just feed them until they pass out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was your first adventure in the city of Rana.
All right. Well done. Well done. Was
Well,
that excellent?
Level up.
Okay. So I am going to. Yeah, I will take. Yeah, I will take my share of what the bounty was out of the chest, and basically whatever is left behind. Is, if you're okay with this, letting the families be able to pay your 2% tax increase without it delving into their pockets.
Also, I keep wanting to call her Dorian, but
Doria?
that's not her name.
Yeah.
Doria.
Dorian. I know someone named Dorian, so
Yeah, you're saying?
like her husband's dead now, so that's one less income, and yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking a good chunk of that should probably go to.
I was thinking we could. What are we going to do with this deed? I've got a home. I'm not moving.
It's a ruin. I don't think anyone's gonna want to live there.
It's not so much that they not so much that they want to live there.
Poke around and find shit.
Yeah.
I only want enough gold out of the chest to help cover my bill for the inn and the food.
Yeah. I know exactly what to do with it.
You would know actually the Western Wood. You don't go in there if you don't know what you're doing.
Do I know what I'm doing?
Yeah, I mean you're a ranger, but
Yeah.
like you don't no one just goes into the Western Wood.
It's not exactly a vacation spot.
No.
It's not like your average forest where you can go in for maybe half a mile and everything is relatively okay. Like no, light goes away your first quarter mile in. because it's thick, and there are rumors.
You put it in a box and lock the key. The world seemed to move on fine without its place being in other people's hands.
I kind of want to see what this invested in finding it.
All right.
Yep.
We'll discuss this next game.
Yes. Thank you all for joining us. Hope
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed.
It's a lot of fun. Thank you, Charlie. And yay, we survived. Shit, you were rolling hot. We should play D&D more often and never fade again. This was actually really good.
It's really not better than that.
You
Yeah. My shit roll for
You
balance.
shouldn't have cool.
Alright, everyone. We will see you next week.